journey. Notorious is glorious, victorious. Yeah, yo. I ain't asking for a friend, I need to know myself. And if you never ask, how would you know yourself? It's crazy how your parents know you more than you know yourself. Growth is good, it's important just to know your wealth. Don't let them take advantage like niggas who speak Spanish and you don't speak a lick of it. The game will make you trip a bit. Street money is cool till you get sick of it. And all that bullshit that come along with it. Make sure you stay on your square and keep a strong pivot. Cause them cruddy buddies, they'll do you ugly. And why every female favorite question is, do you love me? And if you knew better, baby, you would do better. And once you know better, you would show better. Most men want a housewife, but me, I love a go-getter. Your ex pussy wet, but that new pussy be so wetter. No lies detected, just get high and accept it. Go ahead, talk to him, y'all ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Man, let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you say him, you ain't give him no rap. Man, let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta say you gon' be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. Once you start something, can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack. When I was coke dealing, the rules was no squealing, no stealing from your mans and no feelings. For these hoes, that's just gonna mess up the guap. 10 toes down whenever you on your block, or even when you ain't. Don't know 'em from a can of paint. Just be loyal and trustworthy, you ain't gotta be a saint. A lot of y'all be geeking, backstabbing and sneaking. Nose clean during the week, but they dabble on weekends. Oh nigga, I be peeping. Your niggas might be sleeping, but I was trained to tread water in the deep end. Jellyfish sting, but them sharks will bite your head off. Run up on you while you park, get the dumping, then they slid off. The hood know who did it. Now let's see if your homies with it, or your name die in vain cause one of your homies did it. Ain't no reason to kill your man over a kilogram. How you thinking y'all fam, then spin you like a ceiling fan. Go ahead, talk to him, y'all ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you see him, you ain't give him no rap. But let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta tell me you gon' be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. And once you start something, can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack. While I'm still rapping at 40, well, let's chat about it. First of all, my life's amazing. Let's get that about it. Wife is blazing, and her kids get the life savings. Follow the drip, nigga, my eyes glazing. Yo, FSO, in the best that flow. Bars, storytelling, visuals, cadence and concepts, content, impact. Yeah, the boxes is all checked. I just need that one song. Yeah, that one song. And I could clutch the earth with just one palm. Never inches, look in my eyes, I'm dumb calm. They either gon' walk with you, or you gon' run for them. Either way, you gon' have to let your heater spray. Lose yourself, might even have to put that weed away. Now that's a lotto, that's my medication. Gotta stay high, yo, till a nigga die, yo. Album out now, hit the link in my bio. Go ahead, talk to him, you ain't beefing like that. Come on, Doug, why you being like that? Now let's keep it a stack. Why you say it if you ain't mean it like that? And when you say him, you ain't give him no rap. Now let's keep it a stack. You ain't gotta tell me you gonna be right back. Stop bluffing, shorty, keep it a stack. Once you start something, can't just leave it like that. Finish the job, homie, keep it a stack.
Yes, y'all. Pseudo Killers is back in the building. Let's keep it a stack. We're gonna keep it a stack tonight, right? Only the way the Pseudo Killers do it. Keeping it a stack is Monday Night Madness, and we're back in the building. I want to say peace to everybody in the chat, right? Thanks for stopping by. We're gonna get right into it. We have my man Concrete Corey is in the building, and Concrete Corey was adamant all day about doing this recap after he watched the debate, Chief X versus Say Cool. All right, Corey, what's up? You in the building? Pseudo Killer official. What it do?
Peace. What up, Chef? What up? What's good with you?
What up?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to do the recap on the debate. I think it's much needed. I think I heard a lot of good points from Chief X side. I'm just gonna say it flat out. I ain't gonna leave no ambiguity in it. You know what I'm saying? He did a real good job. I think he killed the whole conscious community with that. tell you the truth, right?
Yeah, they definitely got
that,
problems right now.
Yeah, that was a meltdown. He went over there basically on the biggest platform in the conscious community, man, and I mean that's the foundation. Sonetta is the foundation of the conscious community, and he put some serious structural integral cracks in the foundation of the conscious community's building. So I think they got some things to work with. You know what I mean? But I want them to pile in here, and we're gonna get it. I just wanted to shoot some, get into the recap and shoot some clips and play it, and you know what I mean, and see what we get out of it. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. So you feel as though,
But peace to everybody in the chat, man. Before we get into it real quick, Chef, I see No Saints, Omar, Reed, Contrarian Thinker, Immortal Truth, Posterius, all of y'all, man. What's up? Mr. Metro, everybody in the chat, man. Y'all know who y'all is. Airplane James, I see you in there, baby. Tika, what's going on, girl? Mika already said peace to you, girl. What up, sis? And Late Show. Kent, what up? Why you ain't on the panel? Oh man, my main man, Gary Hart. What's good with you, Gary? But yeah, let's get into it though, Chef. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah, definitely. We are definitely is seeing some cracks in the foundation of the conscious community. I think it's good until somebody come through and actually debates Chief X and soundly defeats him. Then it's up in the air at this point. We got to be honest, right? And to be honest, right, we got heavy hitters, our so-called heavy hitters. No one has stepped up to debate them, right?
Right.
Is a whole bunch of talk and this, that, and the third. Then is a motherfucker ain't worthy and all of this other stuff. But he's going around kicking up dust. Somebody gonna have to see him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think St. Coup. Okay, so the heavyweight say he wasn't ready. He wasn't a contender. But the way he put the beating on Sekou, I think he a contender now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He it was some talk about he kind of wowed out in the question and answer. I didn't really see that either. You know what I'm saying? Like I think it got a little contentious in there. Which I expected, but it didn't get nowhere out of hand. So it was overall. He kept his composure. He laid his information out. He was clear, and he also did a good job of rebutting Sekou in real time, because he actually Sekou laid some shit out, and then he came his next round
every round, yeah. Like he cornered them every round, like he cut the ring off on him. Every time Sekou came with something, he cut the ring off. And another thing about Chief X, what people don't like, they get mad that he goes out of his way to clarify exactly what he's saying. So you can't straw man him, right? Like one thing, like I said earlier, none of us are experts on any of these topics. Chief X take his time out, right? In every conversation to try to be as clear as he possibly can, right? All right, he'll jump in and he'll say, no, I'm not saying that. Let me clarify exactly what I'm saying. So and then everybody gets their panties in a bunch because they are looking for angles to basically just to discredit you on technicalities and not the overall premise of your argument, right? Everybody want to catch people in gotcha moments, right?
That's it.
Like
That's it
because
right there.
of course we gonna misspeak. We're not experts on these subjects. So when he misspeak, right, and the next moment when there's somebody's time to talk, they jump right on where they know he misspoke at, and he come right back in and tries to clarify it every time. So it's a game that people play. But go ahead, Corey.
Well, again, it's the essence. You know, that's basically the technique. You know what I'm saying? That's the conscious community technique, is to try to get you on the gotchas and those types of tactics, right? The dishonest tactics, where if you mispronounce a word, now all of a sudden your whole point is null and void. You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous to me. But I see we got like 55 in the building. I'm thinking we pretty low on the numbers to really start the show. Really, I don't know though.
I mean,
I'm excited to get into the meat of the discussion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's because a lot of the points, and I told Kent too, I'm gonna say this, Chief X, you said before that well, let me just say, I apologize, Chief X. I took some of your talking points and I didn't give you no credit for it. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that for you, Chief X. But I wanted to really I just want to go in. I'm just ready to hear the debate, really. I'm just ready to hear the debate. So I'm gonna. You gonna share, or you want me to share?
You gonna share because I'm and let me give you the co-host because I'm out to run and get something to eat. But I'm a join in from my car right now. But I gotta go get something. But I wanted to start the show. I had wanted to make sure I started the show at 8 o'clock. So hold on. All right. So boom, we gonna go there.
Yeah, Kent thought I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah. We gotta stop stealing Chief X talking points, right?
Yeah.
This whole discussion is his, Kent, and we apologize for stealing Chief X talking points, right? We apologizing to Chief X, and then we apologizing to you too, Kent, right? Because you can't get over it. So we're gonna apologize for you for us even putting you in a situation where you had to defend us when we was out here stealing Chief X talking points. So we apologize to you, Kent, and we apologize to Chief X for stealing his talking points. And I hope it never happened again. All right?
Yeah. We definitely made the rest of the pseudo killers inadvertent accomplices, right? So we definitely want to show some accountability for those actions.
Yeah, that was wrong.
Yeah, that was definitely wrong.
That was wrong. So how's that, Kent? Can we move on with the discussion? Now everybody know, right, that if Chief X said that we stole his talking points, we are apologizing to Chief X. You have all credit for all of the talking points that you heard me and Corey on the pseudo killers expounding about this Egyptian conversation. It is all Chief X. All right? So there y'all go.
And we definitely I went ahead and got Chief X's permission that we could go ahead and recap the video. We just want to. He just want us to give him his credit where it's due, and we want to say that Chief X has provided us with some content today. So we appreciate this, Chief X. We really do.
Oh shit. James, Airplane James said, this is clearly designed to trigger Unc.
Airplane James. That's my man. That's my man right there. Yeah. Oh, I'm supposed to be sharing my screen and shit. I'm fucking up here, Sheffer. I got into the chat.
Right.
I got into the chat. Let me cue it up here because I don't even.
And everybody stick around because when we open up this panel, we want y'all to weigh in on the conversation too. And I think we have a pretty honest chat, right? Because I know when I'm going off, you know, I see the chat be with me. I know when Unc hit on certain points, the chat be with him. So let's just keep the honesty, you know, going. Let's just keep the honesty going.
I think the chat got something against me though, shit.
Yeah, the chat.
Let me let Unc in, or you let Unc in.
The chat definitely thinks something wrong with you, Corey.
Yeah, they did.
I thought I was public, and I used to be public enemy number one. But you now, oh my God.
It's a possibility they're right. I will never say this is impossible that they're not right.
How y'all
brother
brothers doing?
What's up with you? Peace to you, bro.
Man, peace to the chat, letting everybody know, yo, that them brothers got a right to do their presentation. But I'm gonna let you know in March, yo, I will be doing a total response to all this. The tickets will be on sale for $30, yo. Simple as that, yo. I've been studying for the last 2 years, man. I'm gonna have some experts come in, and it's gonna be a great conference, yo. So let them brothers do what they gotta do, man, and beat their ass up, because you know they're gonna be pseudo tonight, yo. But I appreciate them providing content. This is what the channel is about, yo. It ain't about what I want, what they want. It's about letting the people hear that shit, yo. So, yep, I appreciate that work, bro. And I'm sitting here with my popcorn. I got some butter on it. And I'm be laughing at y'all crazy niggas. That's where I'm at tonight. It's all good, man.
All right, so
and them Bears
Orville Redenbacher.
And them Bears lost too, didn't they? Did them Bears lose, Court?
Yeah, that's all right. That's all right. We just getting this is one of them seasons where we just getting our, you know, we building. This is a building season right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get it right, bro.
It's a bit. We do have a playoff quarterback, so there we start. We got and what the whole. We just got to get the O-line, and we gonna dress up that defense a little bit. Hold on, because they gonna put some money. They got a couple billion that they finna throw into the stadium. They finna get a new stadium, everything. So just watch, just wait, hold on. Hold your horses.
You don't got the outfit on, yo. You was charged up the first game. They won, yo. They ain't won Sunday.
I got a different outfit for every week, for every Sunday. I got a different Bears t-shirt. You know what I mean? I got a different one for every Sunday. So, you know.
No way, bro.
Definitely.
No way. But all right, I'm gonna sit back. I'm watching y'all. I'm gonna sit back. Let me see. Yeah, I'm sit back, man. Watch y'all do what y'all do, man. I'm not gonna interrupt that.
Oh no, do you? This the show. This the show. Do however you want to act.
No.
I want your true feeling.
No.
You know? I want you.
No, that's actually true. That's actually. Yeah. No, I've seen this happen before, though, Chef. You know that, right?
Okay.
It's an epiphany.
Can you hear me? Like, No, I'm saying I was on 125th, and I heard Star Ross people say, hey, I support Pharaoh 100%. I was like, really, nigga, how much? That. And the nigga ain't been right since, though, so I feel like I'm on that same video. So I'm not going to be in it. People will say, if Brother Unc, he has done it again. He has clearly separated himself, right, from a complete nut, just like before. Watch how it's going to roll, yo. Watch. But yeah, yo, do it right though, Chef. Make sure y'all do that shit right. Don't.
So
that was an epiphany, huh?
Right.
But go ahead.
Chef. Asar and them, right? How did that? You know what I mean?
Who?
With Asar and them.
Oh, I don't know. I don't got nothing. I'm talking about this conversation right here.
No, I'm saying since you separate, I'm trying to see what you separate. Since you the great separator and you can foresee everything, how you ain't foresee that pseudo shit for years? But I'm gonna move on past that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna move on past that. No, I don't need one hit. I don't need one hit. It's irrelevant.
Yeah, but I don't do no. You don't want that answer?
No, I don't. Good. No, I just wanted to make the statement.
No problem.
You know what? I do. I want that answer. I want that answer, but just not tonight. We're gonna pick up. We're gonna pick right back up. Because I really want. I'm interested in that answer. That's Smash, a very good question.
Smash was on the show. Smash said, and we gotta address this. Smash said that the Nubians was indigenous to the Levant.
So you want me to answer that? You want me to answer that?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Okay, so why don't you just play the clip? This is Monday Night Madness. Why don't you play the clip?
No,
with Smash?
We finna get into this debate. I don't want to veer it off. I don't want because I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
Yeah, hold on, Corey. Let him answer it. Answer it.
So first of all, if y'all get around, and I'll definitely play that clip though one day. And what happened was, Smash was talking about the Levant and how you had Nubians in the Levant. You had Nubian officials and all that in the Delta running that shit, right? And this ain't the fucking 25th dynasty, none of that. So he was like, Smash clearly said out his mouth. He clearly said out his mouth, I never said it was. They never said they was indigenous. Scream to the top of his motherfucking voice, with that crazy voice, and then Smash is simply say, all right, fuck it then, yeah, they indigenous, prove me wrong. So we know how that was, but yeah, they actually had Nubians in the motherfucking Delta all day, every day. That's no surprise for us to read. So my question would be
Delta the Levant?
Hold on. Listen, if we ain't been in America, yo, for no more than 250 years, right? Okay? And no one would say we was indigenous to America, yo, but the question would be, are we from America? Yeah, we from America. Because that's what Americans would say. So my question is, if they up in the Levant for 1,000 years, we can't even perceive 1,000 years, yo. At what point do you stop thinking that Nubians ain't in the Levant? Because they are. Now, if you're asking me at 10,000 years ago, was any brown-skinned people up there, I would say, of course they was. Brown people don't stop walking because y'all want motherfuckers to stop walking, right? That's that new shit now. If you over this complexion, your feet is in concrete and you can't walk. But everybody else is light skin can walk all over this motherfucker. So okay, so I don't even understand nor do I respect the question. But I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and rock out. I got my popcorn, I got my clips ready, and I want y'all to support us March, man. We definitely gonna have this thing a scientific explanation of who is actually in the Nile Valley, yo, and we're not playing. And we're gonna bring some experts in. Some white ones and some black ones. And we're gonna see if they say the same shit we've been saying. Watch how we do this, y'all. We'll go ahead and rock out.
I'm gonna support you.
What was all of that gish gallop?
But hey, let's listen to this though. Hold on, let's listen to this. This is a clip. This is a short clip. This is a short one right here. Listen.
Nubians are indigenous to Levant.
I didn't say nothing about the indigenous.
Are you saying Nubians are indigenous to Levant?
Yes, I'm saying that. Now prove me wrong.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm glad that's on the record. Smash Rockwell said.
This brother been debunked.
So you're saying Nubians are indigenous to Levant?
I didn't say nothing about the indigenous.
Are you saying Nubians are indigenous to Levant?
Yes, I'm saying that. Now prove me wrong.
Oh, okay. I'm glad that's on the record. Smash Rockwell.
This brother been debunked.
So you're saying Nubians are indigenous?
Mm.
All right, so what y'all think? What y'all think?
Crazy.
I don't think any.
I thought that man said he didn't say that. And then after the nigga screamed like a bitch, then he's like, all right, motherfucker, then prove me wrong. That's how I thought it went. Y'all don't see it that way?
Yeah, but he said it.
But why did he say it? Because nigga was screaming like a bitch, so what?
Can't nobody make me say shit.
Get on nigga nerves, yo.
See,
You gotta know the nigga voice is person, yo.
So he can force you into error.
Yeah, no, that wasn't an error, yo. We've been following Smash. I know what Smash said. I wasn't talking about that. And the nigga got that high-pitched voice, yo. Like, he won't even have a conversation, yo. Like, why would you talk to a man that don't have a conversation? He yelling for no reason on that. He could have a good conversation with Smash. Smash will actually talk with this guy. He yelled him out the room for no reason. Why? Why does he always get this way? Matter of fact, Chief X has made me see the error of my ways. Chief X, I'm going to let you know, brother, you have done a lot for me these days. I realize that every time I raise my voice, I run the risk of looking at your sloppy ass. Appreciate you, bro. Just for the record, yo.
All right. So.
Now make 10 videos. You got to make 10 videos about me. Got to make 10, yo.
So,
make 10.
Okay. All right. Now we're gonna get into the debate right now. Because I don't want to beard it. I want to make sure we.
And be fair, Corey. Be fair to say cool.
No.
I am. I'm definitely gonna be fair. I'm definitely gonna be fair.
Is a pseudo.
Yeah. Both of them was pseudo.
Now, he's courting pseudos. He is protecting pseudos. He is telling us to be fair to a nigga with pseudo information. So we supposed to take Sekou serious now. Just because he's debating Chief X. Is that what you're saying,
Nah, you know I already beat up Sekou for all that reckless talk. You know it. Everybody know this. Everybody know.
All right, y'all ready?
All right, go ahead. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm getting my son. Go ahead.
All right, y'all clear on that?
Yeah, we clear.
Okay, I'm ready, Senator.
Okay, the time is 5:33. I'll say 5:34. So go ahead, brother.
Okay, my claim is there are no Egypt officially. Let me just read this and blow it up a little bit so everybody can see. Egypt officially, the Arab Republic of Egypt, is a transcontinental country. Transcontinental meaning it's connected to another continent. And people can walk and travel close. Things are like 9 miles apart. So it's a transcontinental country spanning the northeast corner of Africa and the southwest corner of Asia via a land bridge from the Sinai Peninsula. It is the world's only contiguous Euraphrasian nation. Basically, it's saying it's partly European stock, partly African stock, and partly Asian stock. It is the world's only place like that. So meaning people come in and out of North Africa for 30 years. Sub-Saharan Africans weren't coming in and out of Africa for 30,000 years. We were below the Sahara. Okay? Now, North Africa, excuse me, is this what I wanted to show? No. Okay, so North Africa. North Africa is Northern Africa, the region encompassing the northern portion of the African continent. Okay?
Hold up. I think you might have to mute out, Chef, if that's you. Somebody got to mute out, but I'm going to continue.
Where did I want to go? Varying in sources limited to the countries of Algeria, Libya, Morocco, and Tunisia. Nowhere do they mention Sudan there. It says the United Nations include Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, Egypt, and Sudan. Okay, so 2 different unions include Sudan. Some don't include Sudan.
Hold on, let me see. Chef, I think I'm getting an echo from you, homie. Let me mute you. I'll mute you. Good. All right.
Sudan. So personally, I don't include Sudan, but I do consider Nubians in Sudan black people. But I don't consider them in North Africa, okay? Let me move on to this. This is the genetic history of North Africa, okay? And when we go down here, let me blow this up so people can see. I don't want to just run my mouth and people can't see. Okay, I hope people can see this. Uh-oh, I lost it. Okay, here we go. The ancient DNA of North Africans, it says, unlike sub-Saharan Africans, North Africans have a similar level of Neanderthal DNA to South Europeans and West Asians because it's a transcontinental country. These people, some Europeans, Southern Europeans, West Asians, when they left out of Africa, because sub-Saharan African, black people like me, never migrated out of Africa. We've always been in sub-Saharan Africa and never left. People in North Africa migrated out. So it says, unlike sub-Saharan Africans, when people migrated out of Africa, they ran into what they call archaic humans like Neanderthals. And they admixed. So when they admixed, I'm trying to knock down these pop-ups. So when they admix, it says, unlike sub-Saharan Africans, North Africans have similar level of Neanderthal DNA to South Europeans and West Asians, which is pre-Neolithic in origin. They've been there a long time, pre-Neolithic. Rather than via any later admixture with people from outside of North Africa during the historical period. So like Ngozi was saying yesterday, people have been back migrating and coming in and out through that transcontinental area. Sub-Saharan Africans have not been, okay? It says North Africans derive mainly from a back to Africa population from where? Eurasia, from before 2,000 years ago. They have always been there.
12,000.
I didn't lost my spot again. Okay, here we go. North Africans derive mainly from a back to Africa migration. So this is telling you, and I'm showing you, that North Africans been in and out. Sub-Saharan Africans haven't. Okay? And they're telling you what countries in the transcontinental country. Okay? Prior to Neolithic migration, but more recent than 40,000 years, y'all. Dr. Soy Kita said these people have been there 60,000 years. I only say 30, but 60,000 years, fine. Okay, now let's move on to a list of Mediterranean countries. Because I keep telling people Egypt is a what? A Mediterranean country. Egypt is listed as a Mediterranean country. We, African Americans and Sub-Saharan Africans, are not Mediterranean people at all. Egyptians are Mediterranean people. Now, so you can understand what I'm saying, let me go here. Ancient Egypt, this says, let me blow it up, I hope people can see it. It says ancient Egypt, we're talking about ancient Egypt here, was the preeminent civilization in the Mediterranean world. Meaning they were the baddest people in the Mediterranean world. Black folk weren't in the Mediterranean world. We're not Mediterranean people. Check this out. What does preeminent mean? Preeminent. Surpassing all others. Very distinguished in some way. Meaning they was running shit in the Mediterranean world. And that's where the bulk of their business and trade happened, was in the Mediterranean world. Sub-Saharan Africans weren't in the Mediterranean world. They weren't in North Africa to do business with the Mediterranean world. All North African countries are Mediterranean countries. We are not Mediterranean people. We are black Americans who descend from West and Central Africa. We have nothing to do with the Mediterranean world and never have ever in the history of mankind. Okay? We weren't even a seafaring people. The Mediterranean world was a seafaring people. And they did trade and business with each other. And that's how the knowledge came about, because everyone is able to exchange ideas all throughout the Mediterranean world. Meaning that's how the Greeks and Romans came into Egypt. It's all the same region and the same similar looking people. Just like I may look similar to a Central African because that's my region and we look similar. So in the region of the Mediterranean, those people look similar and share similar genetics. Okay? There's never been no kinky-haired, nappy, Congoid, Africoid people running through the Mediterranean world, because we're not Mediterranean people and we're not North Africans, and there's no indigenous black people ever in North Africa. We were never a Mediterranean people. This is just facts. How much time I got, Sonetta? Can you hear me? Well, let me just go ahead on a roll right here then. This is a video I made with a Mediterranean man from Tunisia, North Africa, and he sells what? Mediterranean food. Let's listen to him real quick. Wait a minute. I don't need. Let me make sure that I am sharing my sound. Hold on.
What's up, Sekou? I mean,
How much time we got? I was asking.
Oh, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, 2 minutes.
I'm here, Sonetta.
I see you.
Yeah.
Okay, so I ran into this Mediterranean world. I just made this video talking to him. Here we go. Mediterranean food is from Tunisia. And oops.
So he ain't sharing the video. He's supposed to be sharing it or whatever. But I'm gonna skip a little bit ahead.
At the definition of the United Nations.
I don't know if, let me see who all on the panel first of all, because I don't even know who on the panel. If y'all wanted to say something. Oh, it's just Chef. Let me make sure ain't nobody trying to get in. All right. Well, that was the first round, right? He really bodied. I'm just gonna say it. He bodied the whole conscious community in the first round. In the first round, he bodied the whole conscious community. So it's crazy. It's crazy. But I'm gonna share again, and we're gonna continue. It's so crazy because I don't even want to play Sekou's part.
I am from Tunisia.
Sekou just, I don't even know. He just be saying anything. But I ain't gonna lie, a lot of his talking points remind me of somebody. So, but I'm gonna let it play.
Consider yourself Mediterranean? I am Mediterranean. Half of the countries on the Mediterranean. Beautiful Tunisia is the pearl of the Mediterranean.
I keep telling y'all.
Look,
Mediterranean food. They're North Africans are Mediterranean people.
And he put up this map to show that up here, where you have the gray or white color, is North Africa. And down below is all sub-Saharan Africa. So we said, what about Sudan? He says Sudan is in this green area. There is a problem because some organizations do not consider Sudan to be North Africa, especially the African Union, but the United Nations consider Sudan to be North Africa. But let's look at this very closely. You see, the map he showed here is not the geographical map. This map has to do with the political map. Here's what it says here. It says sub-Saharan Africa. Geographically, the area of the continent of Africa that lies south of the Sahara. Geopolitically, in addition to the African country and territories that are situated fully in the specific region. The term may also include polities that only have part of their territory located in that region. Per the definition of the United Nations, while the UN Geo-Scheme of Africa exclude Northern Sudan from the definition of Sub-Saharan Africa, the African Union regional definition include it, while instead exclude Mauritania. Now we have a problem here. Let's look at the actual geographical map. This is not a political one. This is the geographical map itself. Sudan is up here in North Africa. It's only South Sudan below here that is in Sub-Saharan Africa. The whole of Sudan is in North Africa, according to geography. Geography has nothing to do with African Union. It has nothing to do with what United Nations say. It has nothing to do with Chief X believes or what he doesn't believe. Geography is geography. This Sudan is in North Africa. But let's take Chief X argument for a second and say, okay, North Africa is, Sudan does not include North Africa because African Union says so. But the same African Union include Mauritania. So if Mauritania is included, then you must understand what it says here. It said it exclude, Mauritania is included in North Africa. So if African Union include Mauritania in North Africa, Chief Air, you still lost because Mauritania is black. So if Mauritania is in North Africa, it's still black people. So if you, in any way, you still lose. If you go for African Union definition, you still have Mauritania in North Africa. If you go by United Nations definition, you still have Sudan in North Africa. In either way, you lost on the context of geography. Now let's leave geography and goes into the facts. Are there indigenous people in North Africa?
That sounds like a very, very familiar argument.
Okay, stop sharing. Now, tonight I would like to talk about the Beja people. Sanera, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, I want to share.
We've been down this road. Let me pause it. Y'all all know we've been down this road before, right? Like I said, some of these arguments sound very, very familiar. I just want to keep that in mind.
To share the screen.
All right, I stopped your time. You at 6 minutes and 36 seconds. Whenever you're ready to share it, I'll share it. I don't see it.
Oh, okay.
I see it now.
You see it? All right.
All right,
now
time is on.
I'm out of Wikipedia. I'm leaving Wikipedia for you, Chief. You can take some cool drinks and remain in Wikipedia. I'm taking you to scholarship now. This is pre-colonial Beja, a periphery of the crossroad. This is coming from Stockholm University, and you can see it right there, up there. The sources are there, 2006 article. This is talking about the Beja people. The Beja people are indigenous to Egypt. Here I'm going to read the abstract of the article. The Beja or Bedawi people speaking the northern Cushitic language called Badawi have literally since time immemorial occupied the eastern desert of Sudan, listen, Egypt, and possibly Eritrea. They today consist of a subgroup of Abra. It gave you all the different sub-ethnic groups there. Now let me go to the introduction. It says here that the Beja or the Bedawi people speaking the northern Cushitic language, even the language they speak is African, okay? A northern Cushitic language have literally since time immemorial occupied the eastern desert of Sudan and Egypt since time immemorial. So if you occupy a place since time immemorial, that means you were there since prehistoric time. I will read this. I don't want to read this entire article, but I will give you just some few words so that you can go and read them. So I don't want to scroll down. I don't know how to do it. How do I scroll down?
All right, I paused your time. How do you scroll down what? The page that you're on?
Yeah, the page. I want to read. Okay.
Damn. Oh, I could do it myself. I'm doing it for you.
Okay.
Okay, so time resume. Would you want to go to page 2?
No, just go up a little bit. Yeah, I think page 2. Let me see what's there.
That's page 2.
Okay. Go again.
Come on, bro. You got to know how to scroll.
I'm looking for the land of the... Okay, yeah, that's it.
All right, time resume. You got 4:48. Go ahead.
Okay.
My 1-year-old know how to scroll.
The Beja land spanned the region between the Nile Valley. This is their land. The Nile Valley and the Red Sea shore. Both are areas that have brought more interest to them than the Beja area itself, being located in the outskirts, because they always live in the outskirts of the town. They were nomadic people. They have considered the condition first to the west and then to the east later. Now, I'm going to second paragraph. Very roughly around 1000 BC, a group of people referred to in archaeology texts as the Sea group migrated from Lower Nubia and between present-day Aswan and settled in Upper Nubia, Nile Valley of the Dongola, where they developed a kingdom of Napata. Okay, this is talking about the Sudanese and how they, because these are not Nubians, okay? You always talk about the Nubian. I'm not dealing with the Nubian. I'm dealing with the Beja people. So this article is coming out directly from the University of Stockholm.
You don't want to read that whole
Wikipedia
article
that you believe in. Let's Wikipedia show you the photos, the pictures, and the settlement of these people. Because these Beja people, if you read this entire article, when the Arabs arrived, they were even attacking Arab settlements. If you read down, the early Arab traveler like Ibn Auka wrote about them being there in Egypt, Aswan. They were the one even fighting against the Arabs. They built alliances with different groups of people, and the Beja are still there today. If you type in Google the ethnic groups of Egypt, the Beja will show up. Now let me show you how a Beja looks like. I'll stop sharing.
Here goes leadership. Check it out.
This.
Okay, so just say quit sharing.
I
got you. Go ahead.
Okay.
This is gonna be hilarious.
All right.
You at 2:47 and ticking.
Oh my God.
All you gotta do is tell me when to stop it when you're ready.
Yeah, please stop it. I'm looking.
Pig in his hair and
everything. You know, I'm having problem navigating.
You're gonna show a nigga with a pig in his hair and
let me exit full screen because I don't know why I went to full screen. Okay. All right. Share my screen. Window. Chrome. Okay.
And Chief X, I want you to know you can do the same thing. If you need me to stop your time while you're getting something, just let me know.
I share my screen.
Okay. Time resume. You're at 2:38.
Okay. So the Beja, they are in Sudan and they are in Egypt. They have been warrior. Look at them. Because I tried to get a good photo, but I struggle. If you go, Sanela, do you see the photos I'm sharing?
Yes, I see it.
Okay.
Yeah,
these are Beja warrior. They are black than 1000 midnight. Look here. 19th century. These you can see here. They are in Sudan. You have they are in Sudan. They are in Egypt. They are in Eritrea. These people are indigenous to the land. I want to read quickly what the Wikipedia says about them because you believe in Wikipedia more than what I'm going to tell you. So let me write Beja. Beja tribe. What Wikipedia tells you. So, the Beja people, I'm reading now from Wikipedia that you believe in, is what it's going to tell you. The Beja people are a nomadic tribal confederation inhabiting an area from southern Egypt. Are you getting it? From southern Egypt through Sudan into Eritrea. The Beja are descended from people who have inhabited the area since 4000 BC or earlier. They have been there before even the Egyptian kingdom was found. Because when Nama united the two...
Boy, that argument sounds very, very, very familiar. Very familiar. But let's keep going.
Land, it was about 3,000 or 100 BC or so. The Beja, 4,000 BC or earlier, they have been there. And you have to see the phenotype of the Beja people, because these are Africans, and there is no doubt about that. Beja warriors. And I have a lot of them. I'm going to all the North African countries. I will give you all the lists so that you won't be able to debate. This is a Beja warrior. You're looking at him. He's dark than 1,000 midnight. This is a Beja warrior. You see him? This photo was taken in 1890 in Sudan. There are many photos of them even on the street of Cairo in Egypt. I set them up, but when I was trying to prepare this, everything, you see their hair standing by the horses, the afro hair, the nose you're looking for, the skin color you're looking for. Look at it. These are Beja warriors, and they are Egyptians. Today, I didn't say prehistoric time. I didn't say many centuries ago. I said right now. You go.
That was a terrible round. And like I said, a lot of those arguments sound familiar. But we're going to get into one more Chief. We're going to get into this last Chief X round right here. And I don't want to just play this whole video. I don't want to do that because Sarnetta actually got the whole video over there on his channel where y'all can watch the whole video. So, but we're going to play a little bit more of this. Like I said, I'm going to play this last Chief X round, but, you know, we'll play some clips throughout, some more short clips if we have to go back and you know, somebody might join the panel and we might want to play a small portion of it. We can do that. But for right now, I'm just going to play this last Chief X round and then I'm going to open up the panel.
Not being clear and honest, they live in southern Mauritania, right? And guess what? Here are the Soniki people. You see what it's...
Well, right here, let me be clear, because he's rebutting. At the beginning of this round, he's rebutting what Sekou said in his last round. So let me go back a little bit. What do we have 52? We'll go here.
Let me get my screen up, Sarnetta. Can you hear me good?
Okay. Yes, I hear you. I'm waiting on your screen. I see your screen.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready. Time will start.
Okay. Let's start now.
All right, time starts.
I'm gonna go into my. I like to go into my what I'm trying to present, but I just want to knock down the only two things he said. He spoke on Mauritania, and yesterday he said the Soniki people are from North Africa because they live in Mauritania. But he's not being clear and honest. They live in southern Mauritania, right? And guess what? Here are the Soniki people. You see what it says? The Soniki people are what? West African. You see that, Sarnetta? Why would this man come up here and lie when scholarship and academia tells you that the Soniki people in southern Mauritania are West African? You need to bend the knee and repent and apologize for lying yesterday or today and being dead wrong. Let's kill that southern Mauritania shit. Excuse my language. The Soniki people are West African. You're dead wrong. Moving on from that, the other points you made. Let me go to this other screen. You're talking about the Beja people. This is not us. Just because someone is melanated Plenty of people are melanated. They have dark Arabs. They have dark Cambodians. This is not us. This is a loose, curly person. They are from where? The Horn of Africa. Beja people are considered from the Horn of Africa. No one considers them North Africans. No one calls Bejas North Africans. I don't know why you get up here and lie and reach for something and can't grab it. You reach so hard your arm broke. Okay? This is Beja people. And guess what language they speak? From the Afro-Asiatic language family. They don't know sub-Saharan Africans speak no Afro-Asiatic language family. You see it right there. The Afro-Asiatic language family. Why would you come up in here bullshitting people like that? Bejas are from the Horn of Africa. Let's go back up. And guess what Bejas are considered since they're not us? Beja people are like our Caucasians, just like Arabs, Berbers, Ethiopians, and people in the Horn of Africa, because they have a lot of Arab blood. Let's go see. Here goes some Bejas. They don't look nothing like us. He looks damn near Arab. He looks like a dark Arab, right? Let's be honest, okay? Beja people, let me show you, and then I'm going to get to my stuff. Confederation, yeah, what he means is you have people living on the borders of Egypt. So since people are close to the border and have migrated there over time in modern times, you have some Nubians living in the border, they're claiming these people to be Egyptians or North Africans. No, they're not indigenous. They're an ethnic group on a border of Sudan and Egypt. An ethnic group is not an Egyptian. Egyptians are indigenous to Egypt, not Bejas. They're an ethnic group close to Egypt. Now, today's time, I'm sure you might have some Beja in Egypt, but you're dead wrong with this because what? It tells you they mixed with Arabs who settled in the region. They've been fucking with each other, with Arabs in the Horn of Africa right here for 4,000 years. Who settled in? They speak Arab. They speak Afro-Asiatic. They are not us. It is also a Semitic language they speak of Tigray. Semitic, Canaan. This is not our people, bro. This is tricks y'all be doing. You guys trying to make Nubians and make Bejas and Horn of African people, you're trying to make them, they're not Mediterranean people either. Okay? You're just wrong about this, bro. So those are Beja people. You're wrong about Beja people. You're wrong about the Sonic people. Now let me get to my stuff. How much time I got, Sonetta? I'm about to shut it all down right now.
You got 5:05 to go.
That's all I need. Let's go. Here is Queen Hatshepsut. However you say her name. Queen Hatshepsut. You see her hair. She has Caucasian hair. She has no Afro hair. She has Caucasian hair because Berbers, Coptics, Arabs, people in the Horn of Africa, they are Caucasians. So Bejas are Caucasians. She's a Caucasian in physical anthropology. I know it's an obsolete term, but I like to use it still, and some people still do use it, okay? Look at her hair. She's not an African. The Egyptian woman Hatshepsut has Caucasian hair. Let's move on. Oh, here we go with Queen T. Let's talk about it. There go Queen T. What you're looking at here is a wooden statue, a wooden bust. So it's the color of wood. What's on her head is not an afro, Einstein's. That is a headdress. It's not an afro. You see the two holes? Let me click on it. Let me blow this up. Oops. You see the two holes right here? That's because a Uranus snake used to be there. And you can pull this whole wig off. And when you pull it off, guess what you see? Let's go. You see this straight Caucasian hair. That's Queen T. She's never had an afro. What y'all been looking at is a headdress because you've been tricked by fake Afrocentrics stealing other people's history.
Just so y'all know, and y'all can go watch the video. Sekou's rebuttal to that is that's a fake mummy. Those mummies ain't real. The mummies is fake. But I'm gonna let Chief X continue for a little bit more.
This is Queen T with this straight hair. This is her mummy. This is primary evidence. I'm not showing you a bust. I'm showing you literally Queen T right here. Primary evidence. Look at the hair. Read them and weep. Sit the hair down trying to mess with me. You done stepped into the wrong league. And here is some of her family members. Tiye and Yuya. Let's talk about it. You want to get all flip mouth and stuff. Let me put you in your place, bro. Tiye and Yuya. Yuya is a family member. Look at his hair. Caucasian hair. Uh-oh. Sanada, you supposed to be playing the uh-oh. Look at him. Look at him. What? Is that nappy head? No. North Africans have never been black. Egyptians have never been black. Egyptians have always 100% of the time been Caucasian. Now, wait a minute. Did I show Yuya? Let's go to Yuya. How much time I got, sir?
You have 1 minute. Want me to stop it? 2 minutes.
Yeah, let me stop it real quick. I gotta find this.
You got 2 minutes, bro. And I don't want y'all asking me no questions. I don't want to sway the audience. Just do y'all thing. Don't ask me nothing. That's why I'm not playing no sound effects, none of that.
You said I got 2 minutes?
Yes, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, let's do this. What this say? List of DNA tested mummies.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
All right.
Niggas lie, math don't lie. DNA don't lie. It is the final thing in court. DNA come in, get him out of jail. Not guilty. Listen here. Let's look at the DNA of who? Queen T. There she go. Can y'all see? Queen T. What is her DNA? Let's slide this over. K. K. What is K? West Asia. So Queen T is from where? West Asia. Okay. How about King Tut? Let's go to King Tut. You seen King Tut right here? Okay, let's slide over. What is he? DNA says what? K. Once again, what is that? West Asia. Queen T, King Tut, Tiye Yuya, Hatshepsut, all these people's biological origins are West Asia. Why? Because Egypt is a transcontinental nation. It connects to West Asia. It connects to the Sinai Peninsula, Egypt, the Mediterranean, and they've been flowing in and out North Africa to West Asia, the Levant.
What he's saying here, y'all, is Egypt is a part of a region. A region, people. I just want to be clear on that. It's a part of a region. The overwhelming vast majority of human beings have only lived in regions, right? Nowadays, in the United States of America, we happen to live on a continent. But even today in 2022, right? Going on 2023, the rest of the world still live in regions. But I'm going to let Chief X continue.
Same people, Bethlehem, Canaan, all that is right next to Egypt. They are the same region. They look alike. And when Jabari debates Garfield, he's going to tear his ass up because they've been sharing information and influencing each other for thousands of years. Bethlehem, Canaan, and Egypt is next door neighbors. You can backstroke there, you can jog there, and get some exercise, okay? They all the same people.
Yep. Yep. I appreciated that from Chief X. That was good. That was a good debate. I think he handled himself fairly well. I don't think things got out of hand. You know, I thought it was well put together, actually. Well put together. But I will open up the panel for those who want to come and grace us with y'all opinion. I'm going to say, again, he killed the whole conscious community. He went on the biggest platform in the conscious community, right? He went to the foundation of the conscious community. And after Chief X done what he done, they have some very, very serious structural integrity issues over there. They need to get some engineers over there very, very quickly to figure out what kind of restoration work can be done, if any. And I'm going to say that the damage that look from my angle, right? Because I am an expert on structural integrity, right? And looking from here, right? This damage is irreparable. We're gonna have to do a demolition and start from square one in the conscious community, y'all. Chief X has shaken and damaged the structural integrity of the whole conscious community. The whole conscious community. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. So, and a lot of those points is some of the points that I've been making. So, like I said, I just appreciate the clarity. I appreciate the clarity there. You know what I mean? Yeah. It said, let me see what y'all saying. We got what? It says, Corey, what are you actually hearing, bro? You're like, man, what up, bro? What you hearing? Did you hear that? Chief X said them niggas was Caucasians, man.
But check it out. APEP summed it up excellently. He said all Sekou could do was name Horners, meaning Horn Africans, or West African tribes that migrated to the southern borders of North African countries. Laugh out loud. It was so pathetic. Everybody read that fucking comment. That's all Sekou did. He named sub-Saharan Africans who migrated to southern portions of North African countries and Horn Africans. That's who he named.
That's why I wanted to make sure I played that rebuttal, because Chief X started the beginning of that round out with a rebuttal. And I wanted to make sure I played that because he killed that.
Yeah, but if y'all want to hold on to that, right? If that makes y'all sleep comfortably at night, then fine, so be it. Like if y'all think that these people on the borders of North African countries created the North African civilizations, right? Then fine. Like I don't even want to argue that shit. Like that's y'all can have it. If that's what y'all stooping to at this point, right? That's like saying that the people at the border of Mexico, right, and the people that live in the southern U.S. on the borders between Mexico and the U.S. who are originally Mexican, that those people actually started the United States of America, right? That's what y'all are basically trying to imply, and that's crazy. No, they are migrants, right? To these southern portions, you know, and they want better lives. That's why they come to the United States or close, you know, to these border regions of the United States. The same way the Nubians wanted better lives, they moved closer to Egypt, right? To get some of the influence and the trade and, you know what I mean, all of the food production that was going on in Egypt, right? It was to be closer to Egypt, mean, you know, or to be in the borders of Egypt, you probably had a better life than being in those uncontested borderlands of northern Nubia, or you know what I mean. Yeah, so that's it.
Yeah, because you now up once you get closer up to that borderland, now you get to enjoy some of the amenities of being worldly. You see what I'm saying? Otherwise you just local or I guess more regional, I guess, you know, because again, I keep saying at the time in ancient times, the Mediterranean and to the people in that Mediterranean region was the center of the universe. It was actually the center of the universe, bro. So you know, and just like Chief X pointed out, Egypt was the dominant culture for a long time, at least in the beginning stages of it. Let me make sure I ain't got people coming in. Okay, yeah, in the beginning stages of it though. Well, yeah, Magic Mike, you want to say something, bro? Appreciate you coming on the panel.
What's going on, my friend?
What you think about the debate?
Can you hear me?
Yep, I hear you loud and clear.
How's it going?
Oh, it's all good, brother. All good. How about yourself?
I can't call it, man. I'm doing well. Can't complain. But I watched the debate, and I think that a couple things here was very interesting. And so I watched the live show on Cynetter as well that kind of preceded the debate the previous day. And if you watch that live stream on Cynetter, when Chief came on and got an opportunity to speak, the conversation had been going on between, I forget the guy's name, but him and Nepar about something completely different. And so Chief comes on and starts talking about, you know, his message essentially. And Nepar starts to kind of challenge him on it and almost tries to start debating him in the moment. And if you notice, Cynetter tried to stop her. And he basically said, oh, let me wait. Let's just wait. Let me kind of coordinate this with my champion. I'm assuming he's referring to Jabari or some other established debater in the community. But she kind of pushes forward, you know, kind of ignoring his warning. And I think Cynetter kind of know, okay, you know, Chief has been talking about this for probably a year and a half. You're probably not just prepared to debate him in the moment. So then Sekou kind of gets involved and he kind of accepts the challenge. Cynetter kind of puts it out to the community and say, are you guys, you know, you guys want to see this? And everyone's like, yeah, we want to see it. But it was clear in that moment and in the debate that Sekou was not prepared to have the discussion. He just wasn't. And this is kind of what Chief has kind of been dealing with over the last year or so. Sekou was completely unprepared to have the discussion. I don't even think he understood, the core of what they were debating. And I think that came through on the debate.
The thing is, Sekou understands where he's at. So you can come with that lackluster performance and still think that you're on top because of the message that he's given. So what he's saying is these Africans are all Africans, right? These are all our people. I heard him say these types of things. Even in that discussion you're talking about, I heard Nepal say some of those to that effect, like these are all of our people, and so when you're dealing with that type of crowd, they take advantage because Sekou is from Ghana, right?
Okay.
Sekou understands everything that I understand very, very clearly. As a matter of fact, his first language is Tiye, because I can tell by his accent. Everybody in Ghana does not have Sekou's accent. A lot of them have like a more of a, if you're familiar with one of the pseudo killers named Fitzroy, a lot of them have one of his type, because English is the lingua franca in Ghana. So most people don't understand that, but I just want y'all to know. And Sekou is very well aware what Black Americans like and want. You see what I'm saying? Because you have to understand that when you're in Ghana, because there's a lot of tourism, and guess who comes to tour in Ghana? Black Americans are the tourists in Ghana. So he's very, very well aware how to sell some snake oil. You see what I'm saying? To Black Americans.
So from the academics of it, though, why I'm saying that is because Chief is very strategic in how he crafts his argument. And the brother accepted the debate based on Chief X's premise. And the key part of this is the word indigenous and how Chief defines indigenous, which is not meaning from or even necessarily native. So he accepted the debate around those premises, and then he starts naming people that either lived in or were from, but clearly not within the scope of the definition that was laid out that he accepted. So I think maybe he thought that Chief was just kind of some pushover. He can kind of just get him out of the way and embarrass him in front of the people. But what actually ended up happening is that every time he put forth an argument, Chief just came right back and kind of debunked it and showed the proof and just moved on. And really, in my opinion, kind of made him look silly.
Yeah.
And again, so this is from the objective viewpoint. And what I tell people, because I've only been in this space for a brief period of time, what I tell people is strip yourself of everything you've learned or knew about this and just imagine that you were just being presented with this information for the first time with a base level of education that's average, reading comprehension, listening comprehension. And if you do that and just listen, right, it's clear that he did not name groups that fit the definition of the debate argument that Chief put forward.
Yeah. And see that was one of the things you mentioned is what I really liked about Chief X's presentation is he rebutted everything that Sekou said in real time. You know, every time Sekou would say something like that last thing with the Beja people, he just came and just chopped his head off in real time. And then, like you said, he just moved on with his presentation. So it was real smooth. Like I said, it was really, really well put together, man. I think he did a good job, man. I think I'm ready to see somebody go ahead and take that debate. Somebody needs to step up, because the thing is, I'm hearing all this talk that Chief X ain't worthy, for a heavyweight fight, right? I'm like, no one, he calling everybody out now. I'm on his side. Now I'm fully in the car with him now. I'm fully in the car with Chief X now, just so y'all know. He done called all you niggas out, and ain't nobody stepped up to the plate to debate this man. All I hear is how silly he is, how pseudo he is, and this and that and the other. I hear a lot of talking, but ain't nobody want to step up and say, "Cool." I gotta say, Sekou, he stepped up like a man, and he took that ass whooping.
Yeah,
He
and let me say
cry
this
about it or nothing. But go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
See, there's a reason why people are not stepping forward. Again, I challenge people to look at this objectively. See, there's tremendous risk in stepping forward for a lot of these people and actually having this conversation. Anytime you get on a panel like this, there's risk that you could lose. There's risk that someone that could mischaracterize you and you don't get a chance to correct it. There's risk of you getting cut off and not getting a chance to get your point across. There's risk of the moderator being biased. There's risk of you losing the conversation in the chat. So people are not clear on whether or not they actually can answer this question. And the reason they're not stepping forward is not because Chief is unintelligent or crazy or whatever. It's the risk of the implication of what he says. It's not really his argument wholly. It's the implication of his argument. And
Absolutely.
people not wanting to be on the wrong side of it. That's why they're not stepping forward. Chief is loud. He's flamboyant in some ways. His voice is kind of pointed. That doesn't matter. I mean, why would we discriminate against someone's voice pattern and tone? That's ridiculous.
It's a red
If it's
herring.
that pure thing, you see what I'm saying? It's completely irrelevant.
Mm-hmm.
They're not stepping forward because there's risk in stepping forward.
And but you would see it. The implications is
right.
The thing you said was the implications, bro, and that's what I'm talking about. That is what shook the conscious community to the core. I'm telling you, the structural integrity has been irreparably damaged.
Yeah.
It's been irreparably damaged, the structural integrity here, because of the implications, right? And see, I think the thing is, his argument was so well put together. The implications are in plain view now. Let's say I don't think
agree.
Necessarily implications anymore.
He took too much ground from him at this point.
Yeah.
He took so much ground from him that now, whether you can prove him wrong about something, now the cat out the bag. The Egyptians wasn't black. Like that's all. Most of y'all had already conceded that at this point already. So thing that y'all taught for the last 10 years in the conscious community, he made y'all have to eat that
all right,
part.
All right. Can I?
Hold on. Let me give me a second. Right now, since he made them niggas have to eat that part, right? Now it moves to the point where your whole credibility is shot. Right? It's almost like, okay, now you conceded that the Egyptians wasn't black. Now Chief X is going further, right?
Right.
Now he's saying now he's even throwing his punches, right, even higher up.
Nuts.
He's saying not only is not the Egyptians black, right? Now there's no black indigenous people to all of these North African and see Unc and them, they played into this because years before they fought the Moors, right? And they went on a tirade to prove that the North Africans didn't inhabit, that sub-Saharan Africans didn't inhabit Morocco. So once they knocked down that conscious community, lie that the Moroccans or the Moorish Empire was black, Unc and them went and beat that up. So now when the shit swing over to East Africa, well, the same shit should apply here, right?
Yep. Absolutely.
Hey, out of there. Now let me get the Egyptians out of there, and you Hebrews too. So all you niggas who claim, all you West African niggas, right?
Yo, Chef, hold up. Hold up.
Hey, really quick though.
There's a big part of it.
Nothing to do with it. Hold on.
This is a big part of history.
Hold on,
Everybody misses.
Sabio. This ain't got nothing to do with that. This is something different. This is a technical thing. Hey, Sheffrin, we got 6 people on the panel, and that's the limit. All right. In order to let somebody else on, somebody got to get off. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off in about 15, 20 minutes. I'm gonna get off. Just letting you guys know.
History, and when I started doing research, I actually asked a lot of people to do it, and people are forgetting that Egypt was constantly invaded, and y'all are constantly overlooking this. And they started getting invaded in the 2nd fucking century. I don't know why nobody wanted to go into this research and notice that the Hyksos invasion, then you have the motherfucking Greeks, then you have the Romans, then you have the Persians, you have all these different invasions. Then you have the Ottomans. Nobody thinks about the Ottomans. Yes. Everybody laughs.
Everybody laughs.
Stop. Everybody. You see, this is what you call history. Y'all are not historians.
Oh my God.
Y'all are not historians, but yes, they came into Africa in the 9th century, East and North Africa in the 9th century. The Mamluks, as he mentioned, y'all need to actually read. If y'all don't read, y'all wouldn't understand this history. No, y'all just up here spewing nonsense because y'all think Chief X is right. And he don't know history. And if y'all don't know anything about the Ottomans
okay, go
coming
ahead.
in.
I want to know. No, because we can't just talk, Xavier. I'm sorry.
I'm not. That's what y'all up here doing. Y'all up here talking.
I'm gonna allow you. We're talking about the debate.
Y'all up here.
I'm gonna allow you. No, listen. I'm gonna allow you to talk, Xavier. But what I want from
you know what? I'm gonna let my sources talk.
Xavier,
I'm gonna let my source talk. I'm tired of just
walk with me, bro.
I'm finna let my source talk for me.
No, you just gotta walk with me just for 1 second. You got the floor.
I'm finna let my source talk for me. Let me pull this source up for y'all. Sabio. The West and North Africa.
No, Sabio, listen.
The West and North Africa.
For 1 second,
the West and North Africa.
Sabio,
I don't think y'all ever read this type of stuff.
Don't do me like this. Don't make me.
You see, y'all don't understand history.
Sabio.
Okay. So, hold on. Let me just say to Sabio. I put you on mute, Sabio. You can come on back off mute. But what I wanted to say to you, Sabio, is you cannot come on here and say Chief X was just wrong. You have to say, this is what Chief X was wrong about, and this is why. Okay? You can't just say
he was wrong about everything.
No, that's
he was wrong about
well, let's start out with one thing. Well, you said he was wrong about Egypt not being a black civilization. Go ahead. Explain to me why he's wrong.
Why? Go ahead. Because first off, if you're going to take the writings of the Egyptians who lived there, they called themselves black, the writings. Then you have to understand that Africa started out black or African. If you don't, so since y'all don't like using the term black, we're going to say African, okay? So to say that all of these African countries up here were not African, y'all are sucking niggas' dicks. And I gotta go on that note.
Damn, Xavier. And I gave you the floor. You're going to come on my panel and do that. See, now you can't even comment in my chat no more. I'm not even allowing you to comment in my chat no more. So, moderators, put the blocks on Sabio, and I mean a permanent fucking block. But anyway, go ahead. Somebody wanted to. No, matter of fact,
he couldn't handle the conversation.
We got American Dream. Go ahead, Magic Mike. Go ahead. You wanted.
No, I was just going to say very quickly. Then, Dream. This is what the conversation does to people. It goes back to that implications. You know, the conversation, once you're stopped in your tracks on one spot, for people that are kind of emotionally tied to this, it forces you to go in a different direction and try to gain ground somewhere else. And it's basically what he did. What he brought up was not really what the debate was about anyway. And I just think that a lot of people are emotionally tied to this topic and have been for some time. And so as I've been watching this and kind of hanging out with you guys, you know, once or twice a month over the last 6 months, I've really learned a lot. And I see how this really impacts people. It's very interesting. I think we just saw an example of it.
It's very, very interesting. You're absolutely You're absolutely right, Mike. You always bring some words of wisdom when you come to the panel. I appreciate that. But we do have American Dream came on first, and then Airplane James. You can fly us away after American Dream rattle the cage. Go ahead, Dream.
Hey, peace, y'all.
Peace, brother. How you doing today, man?
Peace. Yeah, I just had a quick question for y'all, if I could, about Chief X's presentation.
How did you feel about it? First of all,
I thought it was a good debate. You know, I thought Sekou did pretty well, though. I was more relating to the arguments that Sekou made. If I'm being honest, you know, I didn't really quite understand what I think was Chief X's strongest argument, because I think Chef also repeated it tonight, because he was saying certain things. Because, you know, in my estimation, I thought they said, when they said they defined indigenous as being you know, the first people to inhabit a place. That's what they defined indigenous as. But then, you know, when Sekou brought up the Soninke, for example, Chief X would say that those people came from West Africa. And I'm wondering, why does that mean that they can't be indigenous to that place in North? Or like, why can't they have been the first to migrate there and inhabit there? And you know, Chef also repeated the argument that these were just some people that lived in the border, south of the border, and migrated up to the north. But I don't see why them migrating up there, you know, excludes them from being indigenous to where they migrated to. If they're the first ones there, they're indigenous to it. So I just didn't understand why that didn't.
But they weren't the first ones.
Answer the question.
Right.
So again, I just didn't understand why that didn't answer the question for Chief X. He also brought up, I think, when Sekou brought up a people called the taboo or something like that.
Taboo. Yeah.
The taboo. Chief X's argument against that was saying that these people were a Saharan people. But again, the question would be, why does that exclude them from migrating to that place and now becoming indigenous to that place if they're the first ones there, given that that's how you're defining indigenous? So I just think that, you know, the examples were given, but the reason he was saying that they don't qualify, I just didn't understand what he was saying. I just think he was going against what it means to be indigenous, and the stuff he was saying just wasn't connecting for me. You know, he was speaking.
Yeah, but these
really,
people were not in North Africa. They were in the southern part of the Sahara Desert. They weren't in North Africa. So that was his point there.
Nah, but I think Sekou brought up the fact that some of them were in Mauritania, and which is in North Africa. And I think the Tibu as well was in a part of North Africa, but Chief X was arguing that they were in the southern part of the country and close to the border, so that would exclude them because they're in this. And I'm like, why does that matter? It's still a part of North Africa. It's a country in North Africa. Just because you're in the south doesn't mean you're not still in the country. So
no, these borders.
His arguments to me were just a little weak.
Yeah,
I
let me
appreciate
speak
that
on that.
opinion.
Yeah, now these modern borders, was created, by Europeans, and when they created, they were just taking territory. So a lot of these people got pushed into countries, right, or geographically pushed into countries, right, just by mere fact of geopolitical, because of colonization and people drawing borders, right? So these lands wasn't
even according to the African Union definition of North Africa.
And the African Union really, yes.
Yes,
the African Union actually excludes. Go ahead, Chef. Go ahead.
No. So these borders of Africa that you see causes large conflicts, right? Even to this day, because people who wasn't generally in one political body is now forced to have to be in a political body with groups of people that they not even connected to or agree to be connected to these people. So if the lines of Algeria get drawn so far down south that is encompassing, not just the Arab people that live, but all the way down into the Sahara, into the Sahel, right? Where actual black people, whole different ethnic groups live at. Now these people are in fucking Algeria, but that doesn't make them Algerian just by the fact that they're that they're national. That those borderlines are drawn. That's the only thing that makes them Algerian. That they are in. You see what I'm saying? American Dream.
Right. Absolutely, I understand what you're saying. But I would, I don't know if I would, like, we would have to agree on what we mean by North Africa.
Well, let me give you an example,
If you say to them, let me just finish. If you make a challenge that show me a country in North Africa, and we all assume by North Africa you're going by what we know North Africa to be, and then when I name one, you say, well, no, I'm not. That's not the North Africa I'm talking about. These people are in there because of certain, and then you want to redefine. You want to kind of push the border up north.
You just mixed that up, though. You talking about
ethnic changing the border. Like the more someone gives you an example, you say why that's not a part of it.
Yeah,
two different things there.
Happened, right? This happened in the debate, and I applaud. Well, first of all, I applaud Sekou too. Sekou didn't, maybe my description of it earlier made it seem like he just completely made a fool of him. That's not what I'm saying. He presented his information to the best he could based on his preparation. He didn't have horrible delivery. But this topic that you're talking about right now, Dream, is one that just kind of kept going around in circles. And that's why originally I thought, I don't think he understood the term. So because these people did live around the borders, and maybe they were from, but it doesn't fit the definition of indigenous, right? So their main population where they were indigenous to was not that area necessarily. That's where pockets of their people moved. And when they were there, they were not the original people. There were they moved there and were amongst others. So let me give you just a quick example.
How come you can understand that though, Mike? It's just like, why?
Because
why
I'm not even
understand
listen.
I don't get why it's hard for other people to get that. Like, that is hard. But go ahead. I'm sorry, Mike. I apologize.
And indigenous means originating. Indigenous means originating. And for most of these people that Sekou name, it said that they were West African or whatever, and that they migrated. Like, so we keep forgetting.
I'm sorry. If indigenous means originating,
I'm
then
looking
the
at the
Native
definition
Americans,
right now.
then the Native Americans didn't originate in America. They migrated there as well.
Yes,
Everybody
but
migrated to it.
What?
Everybody migrated in from Africa. Everybody, if indigenous means where you
No, they're talking about the
originated, then
mutations that
everybody is
occurred.
indigenous
Oh
to
my
Africa.
God, Joe.
But
let
you
me
gotta,
give my example.
but go
Let me give
ahead.
my example. Okay, so I'm from Arkansas. Okay,
Where Unc at when you need him, yo, so he can
He
explain
already
this shit?
defined indigenous.
Bro, if indigenous means where you originated from, then everybody's indigenous to Africa. Everybody originated from Africa. Native
Yes,
Americans
you're right.
wouldn't
You're
be
right.
indigenous because they didn't
You're
originate
not.
here.
Go ahead.
If under that framework, then you may have a
No,
point.
that's wrong. Everybody not indigenous to Africa.
Everybody
We
originated
understand
in
that.
Africa. What you mean?
Listen
Why
to
would you
me.
say? Why
Not
would you fuck
ethnically,
up the
not
conversation like
ethnically,
that?
not if you're speaking
I'm
ethnically.
not.
No,
Come on, man.
no. If you're
Okay,
speaking ethnically, no, they're not indigenous to Africa. But go ahead.
Yeah. So I'm from Arkansas. I'm next door to Texas. I live in Texas now. So in Arkansas, the capital city is Little Rock. Okay, capital city in Texas is Austin. All right, close to Dallas and Houston somewhat. So let's say that this group, the Taboo, were indigenous to Arkansas, and most of them lived in Little Rock, Pine Bluff, Hot Springs. But there are a portion of them over time that migrated to Texarkana, which is a border city that borders Texas and Arkansas. And don't even think about the lines where they are. That's not necessary. It's important, but don't let that mess up my point. So these people that are indigenous to Arkansas, and specifically Little Rock, some of them live around Texarkana, which borders this other area. And potentially, if they would have moved there, I guess, and there was no one else there, you could kind of have a claim of indigenous. But no, they're indigenous to Arkansas, and specifically their population is in Little Rock, Conway, Hot Springs, Pine Bluff, not in Texas. They just live in that area amongst others who are already there. But their main population
doesn't have anything.
If we simply keep it in the context of how I believe Chief X defined indigenous.
Yeah, and
he said it's the first people there. The first people there. That's what he said he meant by indigenous.
So the first people in Texarkana were not the people that were indigenous to Arkansas and Little Rock. Once those people got there, they were amongst others.
So what I'm
is this
saying
making
is
sense?
this idea, yes, but all I'm saying is this idea of indigenous meaning you originate there is different from even the definition that Chief X was using. Chief X definition of indigenous is you're the first people to get there. Not that you originate there or God created you there. Like you're just the first people to get there. And
your culture was
put
born
your flag
there.
Down.
Your culture
was born there. And that's why these people that's from Arkansas would not be indigenous just because they lived in the Texarkana area that's why they wouldn't be indigenous. They were not the first there, and their culture was not born there. They got there were others already there. Their culture was born in Arkansas, specifically those main cities, but they migrated over time in other areas. That makes sense, Corey?
Makes total sense to
I'm
me.
not saying what you're saying. I'm not just saying it does make sense, but what
when
I'm saying is the fact that
the
fact that
you
the
don't get much
Soninka,
credibility in this.
the fact that the Soninka the fact that the Soninka come from West Africa doesn't mean they can't be indigenous to a place in North Africa. That's the fact that the Taboo are from the Sahara doesn't mean they can't be indigenous to some other place in North Africa.
Well, they're indigenous to where they're indigenous to. They're indigenous to where they're indigenous to, unless they keep migrating to other barren, empty areas, and then they become indigenous to that too.
Hey, but listen to this, American Dream.
I'm just
Check this
speaking
out, though,
again
American
for
Dream.
Chief
One
X
second.
said. That doesn't disqualify them from being indigenous. The fact that they are Saharan or West African doesn't disqualify them from being indigenous to North Africa.
You won that one.
Yeah.
You won that one. Now I want to switch gears a little bit, but I won't. Did Brother James get a chance to speak?
No,
How you doing? How you doing, Brother James? What's going on with you, man?
Good, brothers. You know, Chef, Corey, the panel. Peace, brothers. I mean, I hear you, and I understand you guys know what the Berlin Conference is. You know
What
this,
happened there, Blaine
but geographically,
you don't hear him?
You know what North Africa is too, right? And so when this brother asked for, well, his premise is there was no niggas trading with any Mediterranean culture out there. So that's his point, right? And in order to drive that point home, right, he challenged anyone to have simply name 2 tribes. And this brother came on, and I don't agree with him all the time, personally, but Sekou came on and named more than 2. Okay, so now I'm only going to deal with the couple that you guys mentioned on this panel, right? He went and talked about the Beja. Then now he wants to focus on what the European classify the Beja because they want to remove them from North Africa. And so he goes and say that they're indigenous to the Horn, when you could see Sekou's presentation showed where they're from, right? The second one was the Saniki. I'm not even going to get into the taboo. That's Chadic people, and you could straight up into the Sahara. Does anyone here disagree that the Sahara Desert is in North Africa? Huh? Does anyone disagree with that?
Hey, James, sorry to cut you, James.
No, don't cut yet.
No, you can't cut James.
I just wanted to say thanks for having me, bro. I just wanted to say thanks for having me because I got to cut out.
All I'm saying is don't cut me now.
I just want to say peace out, man. Thanks for having me, y'all.
And with the Saniki, the excuse now becomes it was West Africa. So are you saying to me that Mauritania, being in that western part of Africa, is not in the North African region? So you see, we're tying ourselves up with the geography, and that's why when you get to the real point that he's making, when he classified these Beja as Caucasian versus white, now we don't even know what our own government classify as a free. Y'all heard the Moors before? What's of a white person versus a Caucasian? You can have white people, North African, Jewish, Levant, all of these people, Iberian Peninsula, are white people, but they're not necessarily Caucasian. So once y'all get that through, you're going to see how badly Shefex lost this debate. So get it through. I'm back quiet.
That was a good observation you made. I appreciate the opinion. But
just to finish up with you specifically, you had that diatribe. No, it's going to be short. You had the diatribe about Sekou and Ghana. The brother's from Liberia, man.
I thought he was from Ghana. My bad.
I know. I heard you, and nobody else.
He got a tweet accent though.
But when you rub that snake oil on, ain't nobody safe no more. Especially when that word comes, when that snake.
Okay, I made a mistake there, brother. My bad.
No, but it's replete with mistakes, and that's why y'all got this all
because
wrong.
I'm mistaken where he was from.
That's how far off y'all are.
Because I mistake where he was from. So the whole point is wrong. See, that's the point that Sheffer made earlier. Sheffer made that point earlier. I don't know if we was live or if we was on the phone or whatever, but he said this is what this community does. You can mispronounce a word. That's all you gotta do is mispronounce the word.
You're forgetting.
And now everything you said. Hold on, James. You can't overtalk me. We've been having a good conversation. Nobody's been overtalking anybody here. But all we have to do is mispronounce a word. And now everything you said is relegated to bullshit now.
We heard
your credibility goes out the window. Just you all you gotta do is mispronounce a word. Now your whole premise is wrong. Your whole premise is totally wrong.
I get you.
Hold on, James.
Listen,
that's the issue that I be having, and that's the essence of the House of Consciousness that bleeds over onto this panel. But go ahead. Go ahead. You can say one more thing, and I want to change gears here in a minute. Go ahead.
Saying it was not mispronouncing a word. You were making
I was giving an example.
You used to split his country of origin to make that point. And you are even ignoring.
I did, and I made a mistake. I said he was from Ghana, and he understands what Americans want. I did. I said that, and I said I was wrong. What more do you want from me, James?
No,
see,
listen.
I can admit when I'm wrong. I don't have a problem. One thing about me, James. If you'll notice, James, I never have an issue with someone showing me that I'm wrong, and I admit it immediately. And but that's not a common behavior in this community here.
Let me, and then I'm gonna go. Let me get the last word, then I'm gonna check out, fellas.
Okay. Just one thing. You mentioned the debate. Now, listen.
No, Mike wanted to say something, James. I don't want to put you in the black hole.
I'm back quiet. Go ahead, Mike.
Go ahead. All right. Yeah. So, where the brother is from is immaterial to the conversation. It's not relevant. And so I think that if you do apologize, kind of admit where you're wrong, we should be able just to move on. It's just not relevant to the conversation. And so I was going to make another point, but I don't want to monopolize the time. But one thing you mentioned, Chef, a few minutes ago, I think everyone has to understand is that Chief X has already, so it's mainly Chief X. And again, he's kind of the light that's flashing this information out there from this viewpoint. But he's already gotten you to concede that North Africans are neither white or black, right? Mm-hmm. And the Egyptians. So despite all of the backlash, and he's taken a lot, and he's dished a lot too, because he can be, he's cool. I love him. He can kind of be profane from time to time. So he's dished a lot, and he's taken a lot, right? But he's already gotten you to admit that through it all, that the North Africans, specifically the Egyptians, were neither black or white. Anything else he gets is extra. No, but watch it. He can be wrong about everything else.
Right. Who did he get to admit that? I keep hearing
the consensus. I've been on all.
One person is Uncle K.
Every time he get a chance to. Every time
I'm not saying
open up a mic,
of the people.
he makes sure he say that.
Yeah, I'm not saying 100% of the people, but on the panels that I hop on, including this one from time to time, there has been a shift in people willing to say that we're neither black or white. I'm almost finished, 30 seconds. So anything else he proves or disproves is extra. He can literally be wrong about everything else. Because your admission that they're neither black or white, not yours, someone that just talked, okay, already makes it crumbles the feet around, the foundation of the conscious community, in my opinion.
Okay, that's duly noted. But he reached for greater than that. During the debate, he actually mentioned...
you reach for the stars, you end up hitting the moon. You're still in space. So
still in space.
You're still in space, and you know this, James. So okay, go ahead and tell us all the points he got wrong. Like I said, he done already took enough ground for me to back the fuck off. Y'all can have it from here. Y'all can have it from here.
Back to the old rules, Sheffrin. We can only have one James on the panel at one time. So.
All right, fellas, but y'all
So
be
what
good,
you saying?
man.
I can't come on the panel?
All right, Magic Mike. Appreciate
you
coming in.
You on the panel, James. You're on the panel, James. You're the only James on the panel at this moment.
Well, James on Airplane James was just here a minute ago. I guess he bounced.
Yeah, but yes, and so you took his place. So I appreciate that. Appreciate you coming in. How
So
you
what
doing,
type of
Bam?
idiotic shit y'all on tonight, bro? That's
Damn,
what I
man,
want. Because I know that's what it is.
Y'all coming in strong.
And it might as well, because y'all going out strong.
So did you see the beginning of the show?
Well, I went back to review kind of like what the subject matter was, and I think that y'all talking about the Say Cool Chief X conversation, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty much what
the debate.
It wasn't no debate. Well, let me cut that shit out. It wasn't no damn debate. It was a conversation. What Chief X had their line about history. Y'all looked like y'all done took it like a big mouth bass, hook, line, and sinker. This is crazy though. As I always say, why do y'all continue to want to believe that Africa could not create that civilization?
We didn't say Africans could. We said the Egyptians are Africans. They just not your type African. That's what y'all can't accept.
What do you mean?
I don't get why y'all.
Hold on. So when do we start fragmenting up? You know,
all
what
the
my
time.
type of African from your type of African? When do we start doing that?
It's time immemorial.
No, it ain't been no time immemorial. Y'all, that's what y'all are doing. We ain't been doing that.
All right, the Egyptians are Africans. All right.
Okay.
Cool.
So what now? So
I don't have no argument with that. Look, listen, I admit it. If that's what you need.
Oh, you saying, hold on, I get it. Let me see what side are you on.
James, I know you be tripping.
So basically, you saying you agree that the Egyptians was African, but Unc don't. Unc is riding with Chief X.
I agree that the Egyptians are Africans. Y'all can leave me alone with that. Please leave me alone with that.
We done said that a million times, James. Like how many times? Like every show we got to say that.
I don't know how you keep messing that up, James. They done been clear. They're saying that the North Africans are not black, right? What's the rapper name? French Montana.
Right.
They're saying that's dumb. They not black phenotypically like how we're black. I don't know how that they can't be no more clearer, but I want to say a couple things, guys, if I could, man. And man, Corey, you let me down, brother.
What I do? I always let you down, though, Haskell. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, that's just me, man.
And you too, Chef, man. I mean, y'all up here championing Ezel from Friday, man. Like, what is going on, bro?
Hey, they got smacked up. They got smacked up by Ezel. If that's what you want to call them, they let Ezel smack up the whole conscious community. And what I want you to do,
they could have been handled this. They could have been.
I want you to tell me the things that I don't want to hear the smack talking about Chief X here.
Mm-hmm.
I only want to hear the things that Chief X is wrong about. That's it. None of the smack talking. I don't want to hear no smack talking.
Well, two things besides the 2 points that Sekou pointed out as far as how they demarcate super Saharan countries and sub-Saharan. Hold on, you asked me and I'm answering. Right? How schizophrenic and disingenuous that is, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he got obliterated on that point, and particularly when the gentleman mentioned Mauritania and how they classify Mauritania. And instead of Chief X being arguing in good faith, he makes a bad faith. Well, not even a bad. He just flat out lies and says, "Well, it's in West Africa. It's not in North Africa." So let me ask you a question. Egypt
whoa. Hey, Beetle, did those gentlemen on the panel now say, "Hold on, Chief was wrong about that"? They didn't say that.
No, they won't. They won't do that.
And that's why.
No, if y'all show me,
come on,
then I'll admit it. Like, come on, man.
You're
like,
not
who are y'all talking to?
Hold on.
Who are you talking to? Like, no one. Like, I won't admit I'm wrong. Like, that's where I get offended at. That's where I'm offended at. Because I'm the only one that actually does that.
You know, hold on, because I know you're finna cook once you come in. Let me get mine off real quick. Right? Egypt, that's like me saying Egypt isn't in North Africa, it's in East Africa, right? If the fact that somebody could be that disingenuous, forget about the debate and the actual finer points of the topic itself. but you can't just be honest just about like something so inconsequential. Like you're a scumbag to the highest order, right?
The man couldn't even admit that sub-Saharan Africa was in North Africa. Like,
yeah,
what the hell
like
y'all doing?
like come on, like
What?
Listen, he didn't. Chef, were you listening?
He said sub-Saharan Africa was
in North Africa.
Y'all confuses me. Y'all confuse
Y'all
me,
just say
man.
any fucking thing.
No, he didn't admit this. The Sahara Desert was in North Africa.
North
You
Africa,
watch
yeah,
that
he
shit.
wouldn't
Cut that
admit
out,
to that.
boy.
Oh no, it was
did
about
not.
it was about the particular wording, and he wanted to be specific.
See this?
I can get the tape. I'm gonna replay. You want to replay it? Y'all want to replay it?
Please don't.
I'm gonna ask you, Bobby Banks.
No, we don't want to hear that.
Do you want to replay?
Hey, Corey.
Do you want to play the clip? I got the clip on hand.
Real quick before you
we can end it. We don't have to discuss it. We can just play the clip.
Go ahead, Peter.
Hold on, Corey, because I wanted to ask Ang something, right? Because there's some statements that are accepted as I guess like truths in Egyptology.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to know if there's anything tangible and objective behind them, right? Okay. So one of them is the idea that all of these phenotypically presenting busts and statues, particularly Queen Tiye is one. Another is Imhotep's mother, right? This idea that these the hair in particular, that they're Nubian headdresses, right? Now, if I'm accepting the idea that the current North Africans are
hold on.
Hold on.
This is not. This is a technical issue. This is not have nothing to do with it. This is a technical issue. You right back in, Peter Bugs Juice. You got the floor. But it's 100. Hold on. It's 160 motherfuckers up in here, and we got 38 likes. We about to shut this motherfucker down and do something else. Y'all gonna go watch something else. Y'all gonna watch somebody else's motherfucking channel. Because y'all ain't finna watch this motherfucking channel with 38 motherfucking likes. I can easily take I can easily go and smoke my last joint and take my ass to bed with no motherfucking problem. If we don't get no likes up in here by the time Haskell done telling him what he got to say, then we shut this motherfucker down. Period. Point blank. Go ahead.
Let's negotiate.
Man,
I
y'all
have
doing
something
some numbers tonight, bro.
Let's negotiate. I might have something that I'm gonna bring a fair and balancement to the discussion. Because I heard y'all critique say cool, but when y'all
hold on,
I'm not gonna get into it. I just want to say
why would I
Chief
critique something I agree with?
No, because you, Corey, I have more respect for you than think you actually would agree with that. I can't believe
agree with what?
I don't believe you, yo. I think you're lying right now, and I believe you're lying. Now, after I show what I'm gonna show, if you still agree, then I'm gonna realize that you're an asshole with him on this one.
Man, you're gonna set up a firestorm, bro. Let me
I'm letting you know, Corey, when I show the same thing you just played, right? And I'm gonna show you right there where it's saying that, right? If you agree, you just being an asshole, yo. You my man though, you're an asshole.
What am I saying?
No, I want to let Peter go. Go ahead, Peter.
Go ahead, Peter.
All right, yeah. So Ankh, I specifically wanted to ask you, because as far as like
y'all kick Wish McCollum off the panel? American Dream?
Nah,
he had to go
voluntarily.
He had y'all pickled up a little bit though, but go ahead.
I wanted to ask somebody that's edified. You're probably the most edified in Egyptian culture and all that than anybody on the panel. No, he is. I'm talking about just overall having information.
Yeah,
right?
I think I got a good.
My God!
I think I got a good.
You ain't heard me on Egypt.
Come on now,
I don't normally accept.
Y'all ain't been into this Egypt shit as long as.
So you ain't heard me on Egypt.
I don't normally accept them type of comments, yo. But you know what, yo? I think after what I just seen today, I am definitely more qualified to lead
Pan African. You must ain't heard Pan African on James Haskell if you said
no. But listen. This is what I'm saying. Insofar as how many dynasties, how many, the cataracts, what were the building proto cultures and all, just literal information, right? He has more literal information than anybody else.
No, I'm gonna go to Pan African James for that information.
With that said,
I'm gonna go
it's
ahead.
almost
All right, do a
consensus
Jeopardy
that
between me and Unc right now on Egypt. Do a Jeopardy.
You cutting out, Chef.
I said do a Jeopardy on Egypt with me and Unc right now. That would be an awesome show.
Cipher, yo.
Yeah, let me finish though. I think
that would be awesome.
Let me finish.
Don't let him
I think put up your money.
Yeah, I think Unc could fuck
the
you
Beja
up.
for 200.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm willing to take that challenge.
All right, hold on, Chef. All right, so this idea of Nubian
job for two. They on this motherfucker smoking, ladies and gentlemen. They smoking on stage.
Hey, the Nubian headdress thing, right? So this idea that the phenotypical Egyptians of today with the straighter type hair voluntarily had this, I guess, trend of wearing these clearly nappy-headed Nubians' hair on their head. Is there something? Is there objective, tangible proof of that, or is that because that does not? Or is that just something these scholars just say?
You should have asked me. You asked Unc. Now let Unc give you his explanation.
But
now wait for it,
expert,
and then I'm
Chef.
gonna come behind him, and we're gonna see who got the information on that. Go ahead. It's on Unc. The Nubian hairdressers or the Nubian wigs versus the Egyptians' real hair. Why did they choose that? Is that your question?
I was gonna say shit.
Hold on. All of these black presenting books, right? They say, "Oh, that's a Nubian headdress. That ain't a real hair." What is the objective proof that these people had this trend that they want to wear these black people hair? Because if we're demarcating that these Nubians is black, the Egyptians are not black.
Right? We know they wore the Nubian wigs though. So what are you saying?
Yo, Peter, it's just like in anywhere, yo. It was something that the upper mobility wanted to wear, yo. It was a fashion statement for them, right? It was, you know what I mean? It's something they like to do, yo. Yeah,
but what I'm saying,
let me finish. So the question
no, hold on though. Hold on, real quick.
Let me finish because you went long.
Okay.
I heard that. Let me just get mine in. What I'm trying to tell you is, yo, it's weird as fuck. Why would a group of Caucasians want to wear a bunch of sub-Saharan African wigs, yo? At a certain point, it becomes weird.
What you think that ain't fly?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not buying that shit, bro.
Hold on, Peter. And not to mention, hold on, these Caucasians are speaking a motherfucking homegrown African language. From Ethiopia, from the highlands of Ethiopia. So let's get this straight. A bunch of Caucasians wearing nigger hair, speaking nigger language. And they all know it. We don't got to debate
nigger language. What?
Yeah, we don't got to debate that.
You got to stop.
And this is for, I'm having fun right now.
Right,
but
I'm not doing that.
Chef, hold on.
I want to hear Chef answer, right?
Wait, Beetle, listen, Beetle. You know I'm really throwing some hyperbole in that.
You know what? Go ahead.
But we know, hold on.
So he's not serious.
Hold on, Corey.
So I don't got to answer.
Hold on, there's 6 branches of Afro-Asiatic, right? And most scholars say that it starts out in the highlands of Ethiopia,
He talking
right?
about language
And
now.
let me finish my point, yo. So they speak in a nigger language, yo. Why are they speaking languages from the Caucasus Mountains? But they speak in the nigger language in the 6 branches. 5 branches is in Africa. Watch this. And the branch that the bitch-ass nigga keeps saying is in the areas that he's talking about, Semitic. So he's actually saying that these people forgot their Semitic language and now speaking Egyptian because he put everybody in that area right there. So it's funny to me, Peter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't use the social construct, but I'm going to tell you that Afro-Asiatic
Hold on. Before we go down
Semitic is an Afro-Asiatic
hold on,
language.
Corey, I want to hear Chef answer because, all right, so black Americans, right? Our women.
Peter.
Hold on. Our women.
No, but you got to know that Semitic is the Afro-Asiatic language.
Corey, hold on.
Go ahead.
He just threw all y'all off, yo.
Hold on. I want to hear Chef spill on this, bro. All right. So our women, right? They'll wear the white woman's hair on their head, and we know the historical thing behind that, right? Now, give me something tangible like that.
Ask him, was I wrong in my explanation of it, though?
Hold on, I want to hear Chef. Give me something.
No, ask him, was I wrong, though, with my explanation of the wig? Of the wig, I was wrong? Hold on. Was I wrong, Chef, about the wig?
Hold on.
No, I don't want you to ask that question.
No, just stop, yo. Ask your question.
I don't even know how you answered it. You ended up in Ethiopia in the language. I ignored all of that shit. It was stupid.
I said upper mobility wore the Nubian wigs, bro. That's what I said.
All right, now go ahead.
Am I wrong?
Go ahead and ask me the question.
Right.
Was I wrong, though?
So Chef,
I'm not even listening to you. I don't know what the fuck you said.
Okay.
You talk about language and you just mixed all that up.
The language, yo, you hear what I'm saying?
No, I don't. I mean, when you do all of that shit,
and I
ignore
threw the rest of the shit in there. I made it very clear and easy.
You do all.
I said they wore the Nubian wigs.
Well, you know what Lawrence Krauss
that's between you. Hold on. That's between you and Peter Bag Juice.
It didn't really
if he accept your answer, then that's fine. The question wasn't posed by me. It was posed by him.
My question though, Chef, I want to hear from you.
Okay.
When it comes to Black American women, we know the historical realities that lead to why our women will wear a group of people hair that's not theirs. Do you have something similar to point to that would explain why a bunch of non-Black people will be wearing these niggas' hair on their head?
All right.
Go.
Now, I'm only gonna make 2 points. First off, you know what I mean? We done seen how the person in question real hair look. So we know that if the bust of her that we keep seeing, if that crown thing or that thing on her head was actually a Nubian wig, we know that that wasn't how her original or her natural hair looked. So, do you accept that? First off, Haskell?
I can go with that.
Man.
I want.
No.
Yeah, I want to.
Go ahead.
I want to answer to my question.
Right. So first off, I'm just clarity that wasn't how her natural hair looked. So
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because I have issue with that too.
Hey, Beto.
All right,
you stretching the ass whipping out.
Go ahead. I want you to finish though.
They in the car with Sekou. They in the car with Sekou.
I want Chef to finish though.
So
yeah, we heard him.
So the Egyptians, right, and those people with the straighter shaft hair, right, and that and the world at that time, they suffered from lice, heavy lice. So they used to shave their hair, right? So the Nubian or the tightly coiled hair doesn't get lice as readily as that straight shaft hair gets. So that explanation right there could be
coming from an expert.
Huh?
Y'all know Sheffrin is an expert in that field.
So hold on, straight hair.
No. I said the lice. Egyptians used to shave most of their hair off their
real
body.
Scalp will attract lice. But
my man's is an expert.
So the tighter
straight hair wig will attract lice.
Listen.
Yes.
No. He talking about the wigs, the nappy hair wig.
Yeah,
that's what Sheffrin talking about.
Hey, Beetle.
Hold on.
You gotta know when to quit. Beetle.
No. Hold on.
Beetle. Listen. He already won. Now you're gonna get it.
He won. Sheffrin is an expert in his field,
Listen,
bro.
Hey, Peter, can we just stop it and just show a story on Peter? Is that possible, yo? We don't got to do this.
Nah, but let him finish though,
What do you want to finish? Why are you trying
to? He heard him. You to death. He bludgeoned you with the lice. He bludgeoned you with the lice.
Yo, let him stand on that.
He bludgeoned you with the lice, bro.
Peter, let him stay on that, yo. Peter, can he stay on that, Peter? Let him stand on that, Peter. We got him. No, we heard him. The only reason they wore the fucking wigs is to keep lice down. That's it. You heard the nigga.
No, that's not what he said.
I didn't say that was the only
my nigga shit down to that.
Oh my God.
I'm not gonna let you do. Don't worry about it, Sheffrin. You ain't even got to worry about it.
So give them the real point why they wore
him to relegate that to that. I'm not gonna allow
Okay,
No.
so
man,
everybody
y'all are
heard you. We
nuts,
didn't hear you
man.
say anything else.
No,
We want to know the
I
main
heard,
reason why they war.
for some
Hold on, yo. We
reason,
want to know the
I
reason.
didn't hear that. I did not hear what
So
you
what
just
did
said.
you? That's all he said, though. He didn't
No,
say anything
that's
else.
not
Bro.
what he's. No,
He didn't
that's
say
not
anything else.
No,
What did he
I'm
say?
gonna reiterate what
Yeah,
he said.
reiterate what he said. Go ahead.
Because and it's crazy.
No, just say it. Go ahead, Corey.
This is nuts because
Corey,
I'm supposed to be the one.
Say it.
Sheffrin,
Say
remember,
it. Go ahead and say it.
I'm the one with issues with my short-term memory. That's how I know Unc be being dishonest, right? But I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate what you said, Sheffrin. He said that the straighter hair is more readily attracts lice, right? The tightly coiled hair is less readily. So these people, what they would do was they would shave their hair off. You see what I'm saying? Because when you shave your hair, the lice ain't got nothing to hold on to, right? They don't have how to. I think they plant their eggs onto the hair. They latch the eggs onto the hair or some shit like that. I don't know how they really do it, but it's some shit like that with the hair. So if you shave the shit off, they don't have a breeding ground, right? And so that's what they did. And then when they shaved their shit off, they wear the nigga wigs.
We got you, bro. Now, can I show my source?
That's what Sheffrin said. Didn't say what you said.
Peter. Come on, no, Gullah. Don't do it, bro. I've been waiting too long. Don't do that. Let me get in here. Because this proves my point of what these guys do.
Go ahead.
They do it all the time. They misinform the audience. Now, I'm not saying that they kind of like it'd be hard for me to think that they realize what hair would actually hold lice. But okay, maybe they did. We're going to give them that because these two guys said that. But let's read what the article actually says the reason was for.
Now they're too stupid to realize that.
Okay, you hit me what you want to hit me with. Let me hit you with what the sources say. So we right here at the source, right? Right? This is how we kill these niggas. And for the record, they will be on one side of history. I will be on the other side of history. I'm gonna go down. It's the guy that reads sources. It says Nubian Wigs. I'm gonna use all these niggas' favorite source. Ain't no need to go no deeper than this because they can't get past this. It says in ancient Egypt society, hair was the embodiment of identity. Do we see this? Hair is the embodiment of identity. It don't say the embodiment of some fucking head lice. Okay.
No one said that. Nobody said.
Excuse me, Mr. Corey. Can I finish though?
I'm just not gonna let you
set up. So listen. I'll do this later.
Let him go, Corey. Let him go.
Hold on. Let me say something.
You're right.
I got a question. I just got one quick question.
I don't try to run.
From nobody. Listen. I don't need questions. I'm going.
Just let him go because I don't want him to run.
Hold on. Let me.
He left.
Let me suppose a question.
I'm happy because it's a lot of dishonesty when he on the panel.
Okay, now you said, hold on, Chef. You said that they
wanted to run.
Hold on. Let me ask the question.
I just looked at his
source.
That
they shaved off their hair, right, to prevent lice. I mean, that's just me just paraphrasing what you said, right? Is that kind of like an accurate?
Yeah, go with it. Go with it.
But what I want to ask is, if they shaved off all their hair, then how come these mummies got hair on them?
Because
the hair is long. So are you saying that hair that mummy got on them is a wig? Or what's going on with the hair that's on the mummy?
I'm gonna answer it.
Everybody didn't shave their head.
No. But this is what he's saying.
Listen, though, I have an explanation for the hair. Do you know that the bodies were so well preserved and mummified that the hair would still grow after they was dead? The fingernails.
So how did it get braided up? They went in out there, died and braided it up too.
No, they wasn't braided. I didn't.
Yes, it was. The hair on that mummy is braided. Go look.
Which one?
The one the chef's talking about, Queen Tiye, I believe. It's got
is
braided
Queen
hair.
Tiye's hair braided, Sheffrin?
Yeah.
No.
So go look at it.
I don't recall
explain to me how did they braid it if the hair and then look how long the hair is. So hair grow that
even
long
high
after
school
you
said it.
die.
You know,
The
high
hair
school
being
don't never
braided- the hair
agree with
being
me.
braided don't
High
mean
school
nothing.
even said it wasn't braided, bro. So
Hold on, let Gullah get in.
being
He ain't-
braided
he ain't
No,
said
you
nothing.
just tried to say that the hair
Africans
grew
got
after
straight
it
hair and they
died.
braid their hair
So
all
I'm
the
just
fucking
asking
time.
you how did they braid it if the hair grew after it died? That's all I'm asking.
But the same, it does. Even if you die with the hair braided, right? It still grows, bro. You get new growth.
Yeah, after you dead, cut it out.
Yes, absolutely.
Nah, the hair and
the hair
nails
ain't gonna grow that
still
damn
grow.
long.
The
Cut it
hair
out.
and the fingernails continue to grow. The bodies are so well preserved and mummified that the hair and nails still continue to grow. You didn't know that? See, I'm not an Egypt guy, and you the biggest Egypt motherfucker.
Man, you need to cut
I
that
know.
out.
You should know something
So
like
now,
that.
so they hair braiding up while they did, and
No,
it's
I
growing
didn't
to
say
damn near to
that.
their
I
back.
did not
If
say
they was
what- see,
bald, her hair wouldn't grow down to her neck. It's not gonna grow
y'all
that damn
keep
long.
on with the
So cut that out, Corey. You just over here just making up stories. That's what you do.
I never said the hair braided on itself. You know I didn't say that.
Basically, but I'm just saying the hair is down to her neck or something. Now I can understand you saying it grew an inch or two, but the hair is all the way down to her
Listen,
neck.
I don't know how much it grows, right? I don't know how much hair she had when she died, bro.
Right.
You don't either. So, what's the
But
point?
y'all
Like,
are
what do
saying
you
that they
think?
were completely shaved.
No, we didn't say 100% every last one of them was
that's
shaved.
another question I
And then
had
that was a
too.
bust. So she
I
could have been
know-
shaved when she was wearing the wig, but then after a while, she didn't want to wear the wig no more, and then she just grew her fucking hair out. Like, who the fuck knows, bro? Like, you
Okay,
niggas
do you
is
know
ridiculous
who
with this
Queen
shit.
T's husband is? Do you know that? Have you ever seen a picture of him?
Show it.
Show me a picture.
Wasn't it
let me
Amenhotep
go
the
do this.
first or something
Maybe
like
this
that?
may. I know y'all gonna just say that this is just a drawing.
He gonna show a statue or drawing. I already know.
Yeah. Y'all gonna denote it with saying it's a drawing, but the drawing of her
I
husband.
want to see the drawing.
Okay, well, just give me a
I'm
second.
not
I'll
gonna.
be right back.
I'm
Y'all
not gonna
continue.
throw it out the window. No, I'm not gonna do that. And then hold on, let me check them likes. Okay, I appreciate y'all. Yeah, I appreciate y'all. Y'all do got feelings.
Whatever type of African he was, he wasn't
Because
African.
I was
like
getting
me.
sleepy. I almost got sleepy there for a minute.
Yeah, I think everybody on concedes that. I think we on a consensus with that part. Like, we ain't the Kenyans. You know what I'm saying? The Kenyans ain't us. The Zimbabweans.
It's deeper than just saying Kenya, because Kenya got different people in Kenya.
Yeah, but I'm saying though,
that's some new shit.
Gullah.
You got different ethnic groups in Kenya.
The talking point that
migrate
the Egyptians are not us. I don't think nobody. I hope
Don't
James ain't
know, Haskell. That's not
these
not
dudes,
what I've been
bro.
hearing.
James, he all in it. He in Egypt. He never left Texas.
Shit, James is you got beef with James right now, Haskell. I'm gonna tell
I
you
don't
that.
think he literally believed that we are like direct. I don't think so, man.
No,
Like,
those
we
are our
direct.
ancestors. Not saying that we directly came, but he think those is our ancestors.
No, what
I
I
think
didn't
you look
what
at
I
it in the
believe. This is
same way
what I
that
know. The
a
origins
ancient
of African
Kenyan
history
or
starts on the Nile
I
Valley.
told you.
That's what I know.
See,
and that's what we are arguing here is where is the origins of African civilization at? And based
We're
on
not
what
saying
we're
dark people
dealing with
on
as
now
far as
at
the
all. We're not saying
civilization.
that. We're saying it was a mixed population, bro. It's a complex situation.
Yeah, but see, that's just you, Gullah. You just conceding because after the fact that we came into history and started to proclaim what we wanted to proclaim, Europeans started conceding that. Just because at first they wasn't conceding that. They were saying that we didn't have shit to do with it and that was their shit. But then when Diop and them showed up and Bean and Dr. Clark and them showed up, which y'all are demonizing as Afrocentrics today, they started fighting for your black ass.
No, he ain't
y'all
fighting
don't
me.
want
Fight for
them
my black
to
ass.
say that, oh, that was the African civilization in its indigenous format.
get
Y'all
this.
want to go all the
Let
way
me get this for
2,000
y'all.
my
3,000 years to the
Mississippi
Persians,
granddaddy
to
protected
the
my family. I
Romans,
don't know nothing
and
about none of
everybody
them.
else, and then say that there was a mixed civilization when they clearly document when another population comes into their civilization. Y'all totally just get rid of what they say. Source documentation. I don't understand it. Y'all make it make sense
so let
to
me
me.
read this. It says, why did ancient Egyptians shave their heads? It is speculated his were shaved to avoid issues with lice, as well as to help relieve the heat of the climate. Priests were required to keep their entire bodies clean shaven, including eyebrows and lashes, in order to avoid lice and other forms of uncleanliness. Like,
right, but why get a wig of a different ethnic group or a different racial group? You could get a wig with that mimics your hair and still achieve the same objective, which is to avoid the lights.
But nobody.
So that's
hold
why
on.
that explanation doesn't hold.
The thing
Hold
is,
on.
all the wigs wasn't no kinky hair wigs. Some of the wigs were straight hair wigs
Yeah,
too.
we're
Some
not
of the
saying all of the wigs,
Nubians had
Gullah.
straight hair.
Gullah, I don't know if you came in late, but me specifically, I'm referring to one, Queen T, and then number two, Imhotep Mama. I can't remember her name. They say them nappy ass twist that's on her head is a wig, and the same thing with Queen T. So we were relegating it to them two people right now.
Okay, can y'all see that?
Yeah, Queen T got straight hair like a Somalian, bro. They got like East African
Brother,
straight
listen to
hair.
what I'm saying, Gullah. Listen to what I'm saying. Insofar outward, I'm trying to get an explanation for the disparity.
Ain't Somalian?
Hold on. I'm trying to get a explanation for the disparity in hair type between the bust and what is represented as her mummy. Okay, do you understand that?
Okay, go ahead.
Because it's clearly you, Gullah. You would agree that it is clearly disparate, right?
You said what?
You would agree that the hair type on the Queen T bust is disparate from the hair type
I don't
that is
I don't even think that ain't no hair on the bust. That's a headdress, bro. They ain't even know.
Okay, stop right there. Hold on. You said that's a hair.
That's the whole. Hold on, James.
Hey, let me tell you why they have braids.
Point of what we.
This shit been damaged.
Let me tell you why.
Yeah,
let me tell you why they hair.
Very well,
type of shit. You don't know what the hell that was.
You're not a good listener.
Pause, everybody. Pause for 1 second. This is what James wanted to know about earlier, right? It says the ancient Egyptians styled their hair using a fat-based gel, and analysts of mummies has found the research behind the studies say that the Egyptians used the products to ensure that their hairstyle stayed in place, both life and death. Okay, so hopefully that
these explanations
to make it grow.
You know what this reminds me of, Corey?
This is not my explanation.
Hold on.
Wanted to say, Haskell. Haskell, tell us the reason for the damn
hair gel.
No. Since everything. Hold on, everybody.
Hold on, guys.
You
know what this remind me of?
No, hold on, Haskell. I gotta say this, right? Now, after everything we done said, you tell us the reason for Queen Tiye and them having these wigs, since none of it suffices for you. Go ahead.
That's the whole point, Chef. I'm expressing a disbelief to the idea that them is wigs, right?
Right.
What this reminds me of? Hold on. What this reminds me of?
Hold on.
God damn, man. Can we go? Listen, y'all accuse the blackologists of being like emotionally invested.
No, I'm saying you said it's not a wig, so is it a hat?
More emotional than the goddamn
no,
black,
listen, you said it wasn't a wig. So I'm asking you, what was it?
I'm saying that's likely her actual hair.
No.
You ain't never seen a person with an afro, Chef?
Let me can I finish saying what? Guys, can we go one at a time? This is bad radio. Can we go one at a time, please? Right? So what I wanted to say is, this reminds me, every time I hear these Europeans in particular explain away like that painting that guy showed, the bust, different things that are clearly phenotypically black, right? Or present as black, right? The explanations remind me of Michael Jackson explaining, well, I broke my nose, so You know, that's the reason why I had to get the surgery to straighten the nose. And then my hair is because, a fire fell, you know, my hair lit on fire. So I had to straighten that. And then, my skin being like pale. That's vitiligo. It's the same shit, man. So there's a gel that napped these niggas' head up, right? The bus is brown, that because of some deterioration from the wood, right? It deteriorates, so it makes the wood black. Hold on. And then the hair. Oh, that's a wig. I mean, it's a.
So who I'm supposed to bleed? Just you niggas?
That's an awful. Hold on. That's a awful. That's a great confluence of things coming together simultaneously, bro. Like
being
so
explained away.
your hair lit on fire. Hold on. So your hair lit on fire. Hold on, bro. Y'all, hey, this how I know I'm cooking. When niggas can't let you fucking talk and gotta cut you off every 2 words, that when you know you cooking. So your hair straight because it lit on fire. Your nose straight because you broke it and you know you just had to fix it so it happened to be straight. And your motherfucking skin is pale because you got nigga, you running G. That's what you doing. That gel shit and the wood deteriorating and that's a wig. Dumb crackers running G. Fuck that.
So the ancient Egyptians was black. Hold on, James. So and white people are whitewashing all of the Egyptian
shit. Lying.
Okay.
They running G.
All right, okay. So we had to listen.
Any other situation,
we let you
right?
on the panel. And you had
if
all
any
that
nigga came up to you, right,
you say?
And was telling you what, it's just like, all right, you know what it remind me of? The George Floyd shit, right? When the medical examiner came out, hold on. The medical examiner came out and said, don't believe your lying eyes. That shit you saw, that ain't what killed them. What actually killed them was it's the fentanyl and fuck you, cracker. You lying, bitch. Yeah, you an expert. I respect that, but I know you're lying.
Well, how do you respect their expertise that's crazy?
Hold on, let me
Hold on, Corey.
You believe that shit that medical examiner said
with the George Floyd shit? You don't believe that motherfucking knee on that man's neck is what killed them?
Hold on.
I believe that's what the medical examiner said.
No, he didn't. No, see, Corey, go ahead.
One of them had a different opinion, but the one that counted, the one that obviously counted, is the one that said he killed them. So I mean, like,
hold on. Let's get with the hair. Let's finish this hair thing, you guys.
I'm supposed to believe that's what Haskell.
Hold on, James. I like what Haskell said. I'm rolling with Haskell on this one, yo.
This picture right here.
The Europeans lying. They doctoring all of the shit to appear the way that they wanted to appear because they want to cover up the real ethnic and racial identity of the Egyptians. I'm rolling with Haskell on this one. Good job. That's where the fuck we at. Awesome, Haskell.
So let me just.
No, Haskell already cleared it up.
No, I'm just telling you, y'all don't want to discuss this. Who this brother is right here, or who this y'all saying the same brother.
This is technical. No brother related to you. We got a technical issue. We have a technical issue. Shh, everybody on the panel.
Who said that?
Calm down. We just have a technical. We have a technical issue.
You got nothing to do with no East Africans at all, bro.
Y'all can't wait for a technical issue. Just hold on. Pause, bro. Y'all gonna get all the time in the world to speak. When there's a technical issue, when I say there's a technical issue, everyone needs to be quiet so we can take care of the technical issues so that the show flows smoothly. Please and thank you. But never mind the technical issue. I want to give a shout out to Sirius. Sirius B. A big shout out there to my main man Brendan, an official pseudo killer. But go ahead, continue. You got this brother. You got this brother with his afro and his goatee going on.
Okay, so this person right here is Queen T's husband, right? They have the same hair, pretty much the same, that bust style hairstyle that you talk. Now, how much of a coincidence?
You think he really got a snake on his hair?
Do you see black people
or is
that
that
have
beard?
crowns
Is that
on
beard?
You can have an afro with a crown around it. You can do that.
You think his beard is real?
Hey,
can watch this? Can men grow hair on their face?
No, I'm asking specifically about his beard. Is it real?
Is his hair real?
No, I'm asking about his beard. Is his
but I'm asking you, is
real?
his hair real? I ain't talking about his beard.
No,
so you trying to switch off from the hair to go to because
I asked
that they wore
you the question
beards.
first. I asked the first question.
Yeah, but that's just to get you off of what we talking about, which is the same hairstyle.
Man, we done went over these wigs already. We already went over the wigs, bro. I'm asking about the beard.
But y'all say they wigs because y'all are following behind Eurocentric thought.
Can we focus?
Y'all just parrot whatever the Europeans tell y'all.
But what about?
Let me ask you this: why y'all don't believe in the Bible?
Since I answered the wig part,
Can
you answer the beard part?
What's up, Ngozi?
Is the beard real?
Brother,
I don't know. I know men can grow hair on their face.
It. Now that's the most honest
if it was
thing
a woman,
I've ever heard
if
you
it was
say,
a woman,
James.
I could say it could be possibly fake. But I know men grow hair on their
No,
face.
you just said
matter
you don't
of fact,
know.
I'm looking at your picture
James,
right now. Is that hair on your face real?
You
Is
have
that
to
hair on your
slow
face
down.
real?
No, Corey, stop arguing with him. Let him have it.
Is the hair on your face real, Corey?
He said the most profound thing. He said the thing that you get the most credit on this channel. You get the most credit for the thing that you actually said. And James, you talked right. You ran right over yourself. You said a profound thing and then you ran over yourself. It's crazy to me, James. What you said was, I don't know. That
but you
right
don't
there,
either. You don't know if it's fake or if it's real either.
Me, I
but
do not.
You're interjecting that to throw off the conversation.
Right. I don't know, James. But what I wanted to tell you, James, is that is the most virtuous thing that you could say on this channel.
Yeah, but then I'm going to follow it up with a
because
I don't care no more.
Because it's
let other people talk. If y'all don't believe, listen, fuck it. This is silly.
I think. Can I say something?
Oh, that's Gozy. What up, Gozy? Go ahead, bro.
Speech King. I was just gonna say, by the time dynastic Egypt, or even a little bit before, people got to really study Dr. Anti-Joke, right? In that book that he created. I know some people may say he's pseudo, but in that book, Destruction of Black Civilization, he actually said that the northern Egyptians had a large Palestinian population. When he said Negro, he wasn't talking in the sense of Negro or pro-Nazism populations that Congoy people, primarily us, descent from. People don't know that. In the French sense of Negro, they're just talking about darker skinned people. But he also talked about a large population of Palestinians who inserted in North Africa. That's not Destruction of Black Civilization, but the book that he made, I think it's page 5. But in Dr. Chancellor Williams' book, he also talked about a large population of Egyptians in the North who were highly Eurasian. He talks about that as well. But I think it's important to understand the phases of Egypt, from the Tyrian culture to the Cameroonian culture to the Haflin culture, all the way down to the dynastic phase. For someone to say that there was no black population there at one time, or dark-skinned population there at one time, going back 100,000 years or 40,000 years, that's the only thing that exists on the planet at one time. But I think when we start looking at this pre-dynastic phase to dynastic phase is when the color coordinates start to kick in. Because there were populations from the Chalcolithic Eurasian culture with light skin that came back in. The Ibero-Maurusians had certain mutations from early Cro-Magnon Homo sapiens that crossed back into North Africa 23,000 years ago with straight hair. There's a specific allele or paragene for that, but they also was partially sub-Saharan African, Yoruba and Hadza-like. People were denouncing that portion. The Egyptians look like the modern Egyptians today. So the populations can range in skin color, but you have Eurocentrics and Afrocentrics both exaggerating.
Let me ask you a question, Ngozi. Do the Americans look like the Americans that was here 400 years ago?
The ancient Americans look nothing like the Americans that was here 400 years ago. No.
No, I'm talking about the people that we calling Americans today. Do they look like the people that's indigenous to this land that we call Native American?
The founding populations of New World America that was established in 1776 as a result of Northwestern European and West African slaves. We are the foundation of this new world. Old World America, no, they look like Paleo-Mongoloids or indigenous populations, Native Americans.
So let me ask you this. So how is it possible that this could happen in our modern time, but it couldn't happen in ancient time?
It did happen, and that's the point. When you talk about the indigenous Africans in North, the Tyrian culture, you're talking about a population that was going back 100,000 years to 30,000 years. And of course, those people were black. You can't get past that. The Tyrian reconstruction is there. But when you start talking about the phase around 6,000 years ago and 7,000 years ago, you're talking about something that's going on with population study coming in and filtering the genes. You get what I'm saying?
Okay, I got that.
So we're talking about the invading race theory?
Okay, hold on. This question.
It's not, this is the thing, Corey. It's not really that's the Eurocentric. It's not really an invasion race theory. They just came in because it was suitable for them.
So when the people who were there identify the Hyksos as an invading population, and then they depict them. Hold on, I'm just asking questions, and they depict them as non-Egyptian. Well, why are they doing it? If everybody was already there.
Well, the Egyptians' paternal line is highly African, which is E3B, and E3B that split. We have to look into these mutations and genes that make these populations up. E1B1B splits in East Africa near Ethiopia highlands. EM35 go north from EM215. It goes north with the Marshall-Brushian population that went up there around 40-something thousand years ago. They mutated a specific clade that's indigenous to that portion of Africa, and that's from EM35 to the 68 to EM78, which became unique to them. EM78 moves in 3 clusters, or 4, EB22, EB32, EB12, and 1 leaked out and went to the Balkan areas, which is EB13. So these people had their own specific clade that they formed in that area, but their earlier ancestors did come from the eastern corridor of the highlands of Ethiopia paternally. Nobody can get past that. But see, people want to play with haplogroup E. And they say, well, it might not be African, it may be Eurasian. But when you start looking at clusters like EM33 or E1A, which goes back 50,000 years, which is close to EM96, and it's in the core of Africa, you can't even make that Eurasian anymore. Even haplogroup DO that they just found. It kills the whole idea of it being anything else. But it's still something that's came from what they classify as Eurasian atom, which is CTM168. But CTM168 brother is the Hadza BM60. They're siblings. They're both split from BT. So when you start getting into that shit, it makes them look stupid. But their mitochondrial DNA from the women that they've been breeding with for over 23,000 years is highly Eurasian at different phases of time. So the Egyptians they didn't have one look ever. And if you read these articles, it talks about, and then you also had a wave of Nilotic populations that did insert themselves later on, way later on into the north. So for someone to denounce the Nilotic component is a problem.
Hey, brother Ngozi, I got a question. When you speak about like these different clades moving and migrating, and R2D2 went to this region and that region, how much of this is based on actual samples of broad samples of population? Say, for instance, when they say this particular haplogroup was in this area 30,000 years ago.
Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick though, Stu Pease, come back through, man. I just saw you. You tried to get on the panel.
I'm here. No, I have one question. I have one question. Good night, brothers. Is that how we do it now? You kick off Bobby Banger to start his own show?
Nah, he jumped off, Stu Pease. They ain't cut him off. They ain't kick him off.
Then why I'm going to start his own show?
There's some kind of civil war going on in the pseudo killers right now, man. I don't know what's going on.
He a hater. Uncle hater.
You said Unc started his own show?
Yes.
And he started on the Bobby Banger
show? Yeah, he a goddamn hater.
Let me go over there and see what
yeah, y'all go over there and support.
Y'all over here lying and
y'all go over there and support the brother.
And you know what, James? Make sure that he understands that you in the car with him, James.
Go over there and listen to that nigga cry. Go ahead. That mean grown men on the panel. We all getting it in.
Earlier, right?
Hold on. We all getting it in the way we get it in. And he just want to cry and have everything his way all the time. Nobody don't got time for that shit. I don't.
Hey, Chef.
He do it in the back chat. He cry. He want everything his way all the time. Nobody, yo, we all grown. We get it how we, man, come on, man. That shit.
Hey, Chef.
What's up, bro?
Let me ask you a question, man. Going back to that cockamamie explanation you gave me about the lice and all that shit, right?
You ain't like
Could
that
the
one?
same thing have been achieved if them people shaved their head and then replaced that with a wig that mimicked their hair type? Could they achieve that same objective of avoiding the lice?
No,
yes or no?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, because you're gonna put the same hair on your head. It wouldn't make sense.
Yes.
No,
yes.
but
yes. I was a public health inspector. I used to do that. Lice attached to live hair, not dead hair. Live
exactly.
hair.
Boom. That's what I was getting at.
So that's why they put the wigs on.
That explanation is completely illogical. It's bullshit.
No, but stop. Peter Bagjuice, let me explain something. The Lords and Lady of England used to put, even in America, if you go back and look at some early pictures of the founding fathers, they used to wear powdered wigs because of lice. And those
shit,
wigs
them idiots in Jamaica still wearing that shit.
Let me finish
Parliament.
talking. And those wigs, if you take a picture or painting of those wigs, it does not appear to be the same here because those wigs are always curly. So they don't use wide flowing lock for wigs. They always use curly hair for wigs.
No, but Stu Peas, hold on. That's not relevant to this discussion because the disparity in the hair that is on the Queen T bust and on the cadaver or the remains that are represented to be her are polar opposites.
No, but you're
right. We're not comparing. Hold on, I get your point.
I'm trying to figure out why wouldn't she think that was beautiful though, Haskell? Why wouldn't she think the nappy hair was beautiful?
Perhaps they did, but I would need to see something from the extant period.
I didn't already heard your explanation.
Where hold on. I would need something to substantiate that. Sure, she could think anything, right? But just like how we know our women will put those people hair on their head because we can point to a specific event, right? And understand why.
I think Unc shared that with you though. It showed you how the royalty, they thought that was royal.
Let me ask you my question. Peter, are you saying that the Egyptians were carving and painting on the level of a Michelangelo? Now, when you look at David.
Well, no, I'd say beyond, because if you look at the statues, the statue of Ramses and the perfect symmetry and the finish on it.
Are you saying
considering the scale, and when you factor in the scale, it's beyond anything Michelangelo could have ever done.
No, it is not.
From a geometrical standpoint, it's far beyond.
Stop it. Somebody bring up Michelangelo David and bring up this statue that you're talking about. And look at
Stupid. You are aware the statue of Ramses is like 100 times larger than the
I know, but I'm not
but
talking about
he's
that.
talking about the detail, not how big it
Details.
No, but what I'm telling you is it's just as detailed with a fine finish on a much larger edifice.
It is not.
It's not as detailed. It's not as detailed.
It's not as detailed.
No.
It's not as polished either.
Which one is more
crazy? Golly, I don't know.
David one is much more replicable.
I actually work in that field, bro. And well, I don't work in the stone carving field, but I know brothers who do, and I've actually seen it done, and I know what a finished piece look like, and I know what an incomplete piece looks like.
Mm-hmm. Even something like
the big giant statue that you're talking about looks very incomplete.
Are you sure you know what statue I'm referring to?
The big tall statue of Ramesses. It's a very basic. It's very basic. It's everything is the symmetry is good. There's very, very accurate symmetry, but it's very basic on a stone carving level. When you see the carving that Haskell or that
do you know how smart these
talking about?
You way off base.
You see the carving that Stu Peas is talking about. You'll see the detail. You'll see the detail, and you'll see the polish.
Right, because it's a much smaller piece. You can get more.
It don't matter about the size. It's about
Absolutely,
the
it does.
finish
You can't.
and the polish.
It's it's much more difficult to get that
No,
detail
the
in
smaller,
Easier
the
to carve
smaller
a big piece.
in
Y'all gotta
stone.
stop.
When
What the fuck is y'all
listen.
even
In
talking about?
stonework,
The reason
the
why I asked
smaller, the harder it is. The bigger the job, the easier it is. It's like that in construction, period, bro.
No,
So
but you got to factor in the material too. What material is the Statue of David made out of? I know
marble.
It's marble, right? A much more workable
No, don't play
stone.
with
No, that's graphite. What do they got that? Granite?
I believe it's granite, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I'm not sure it's granite though.
Easier than granite.
Say again?
Marble shatters easier than granite.
No, it's much more workable than granite though. Granite is a harder stone. Yes, you're right. If that's
it's
what
harder
you mean.
to cut. Is what he's saying.
How is this proven whether Sekou or
the reason why
won the
I asked that
goddamn
question,
debate?
Shepherd, is because we're looking at pictures and paintings from 2,000 years ago or 5,000 years ago, when the brush techniques and the carvings were not as developed as a Polaroid picture of today. We're assuming that what we're seeing is what
I agree, but the point remains that Chief X then took mad ground from the Afrocentrics on Egypt. So y'all can argue.
I still want to get back
based
to that.
on what?
Hold on, James. Y'all can argue about the points that he got wrong. To y'all blue in his face, y'all blue in the face. Y'all can disagree on particular points that y'all want to disagree on, but he has made y'all move.
Not y'all, but based on what?
Of course not you, right?
Based on what though? I mean, I need to hear this.
I mean, you heard the argument, so I mean,
you talking about that video he did with Sekou?
Yeah, that, and plus his argument over the last year and a half.
Man, and y'all actually are moving to what?
It is what it is. The Egyptians wasn't black.
So Chief X your champion. That's what you telling me.
No.
Well, so hold on. Let me ask you a
that
question
debate,
real quick.
he's the champion.
So if I can show you something,
if you can prove the Egyptians,
if I can show you something like like the Nubian temples that predate
not Nubians. If you show me the Egyptians was black.
No.
Nubians.
This is what
I know the Nubians was black. I'm already
so zoo type. None of the characteristics of their writing.
If y'all go to
they had
Nubia
animals
one more
because
time,
they drew animals, man. Like,
because you know those animals are indigenous to a certain.
If you niggas go to Nubia one more time to prove what is y'all fascination with superimposing Nubia over Egypt? Why do y'all do that?
Because that's the source of the civilization.
Oh, okay. See.
Yeah,
so Nubians built.
How the hell you gonna do that?
Yeah.
You're gonna use
Nubians
chronology to understand stuff. I don't understand.
What you telling me?
Like y'all want to start
Nubians built Egypt
in 611 AD or something.
You got to slow down, James. Nubians built Egypt. Is that what you're saying?
Nubians are the founding.
No, I'm asking you a question.
He answering it, Corey.
Yes, listen to what I'm saying. So when you see you concrete,
Corey.
So let me explain something. You know about concrete, right? Do you know that they use concrete to build the Aswan Dam? You know where the Aswan Dam floods? It floods the first cataract of Nubia. Why would you flood out the origins of that civilization? I can play video, but I don't think y'all want to do that. Y'all don't even want to really just learn from people that's really learned in this particular subject matter. Y'all want to learn from Chief X. But we got PhDs that's telling you where the source of the civilization is, but y'all want to follow Chief X. This is what my problem is. I can show a video right now with sisters, with about 5 of them, a video that's about 20 minutes long, is going to tell you that the civilization starts in Nubia. Like, what's wrong with y'all?
Oh, man.
I can do that right now.
And you know what? I want to change. I want to not change gears, but I wanted to say something though, right? I wanted to ask because now this is and y'all have to help me out with this. I'm asking the audience, I'm asking the panel members, right?
and this is probably gonna be an endeavor that's gonna probably take a while, but I want everybody to help me and join in with me to figure out from Unc. Now we want to know from Unc. I know all of y'all can tell me. I know all of y'all can tell me, but we want to know from Unc, what is Sekou saying in this debate that we just talked about today? What is he saying that's wrong? What does Unc disagree with Sekou? That's all I want to know. I want to know that. What is Unc? Why is Unc disagreeing with Sekou? What is Sekou saying that Unc disagrees with? Y'all gotta help me figure that out. He refuses to share that with me. He says that Sekou is pseudo judo, right? He told me this. Unc has told me this. He's text messaged me this and all kind of things, right? And I'm just want to know from Unc, and he, for some reason, he won't tell me. And y'all need to help me get to the bottom of either why he won't tell me or what the answer is, right? But some reason he won't tell me. What is Sekou saying that's wrong? Please, y'all, help me out. Help me out, y'all. But I just wanted to say that from the chat to the chat. And how long we been going, Chevron? I think you want to keep going?
No, it's been 3 hours. It's been fun. Like I said, we apologize to Chief X for stealing his talking points. Chief X, if you out there, we apologize. Can't we apologize to you Chief also? Huh?
That he
we pieces of shit, Chief X.
Yeah,
we pieces of shit
for doing that to you.
Look. All right, let's make it clear.
Oh,
Chef,
hold on. One thing.
You
get the last word, Haskell, but one more thing. One more issue. Miss Tiffany, I see you still acting like that. Because if you gotta ask me acting like what, right? That means you still acting like that. I just wanted to put that out there for you. But go ahead, y'all. Y'all go ahead.
Let me say something. Chef, what is the stand? Because Chief X is saying that the E weren't the Nubians, their own people. They weren't sub-Saharan African looking. They're more Mediterranean looking people. Right? That's what he said.
What?
Hello?
What you say?
You say it again. You asked the question. My bad.
Were the Egyptians Mediterranean looking or were they sub-Saharan looking?
They was Mediterranean looking. They was Mediterranean niggas.
The Turkey people. The people from Turkey, the people from Greece.
Look how they look now.
They look Mediterranean looking.
Yeah, but this the thing, Stupid. Even the so-called sub-Saharan African relations that they have, they wasn't us. You know what I'm saying? Them East African, Horn African type motherfuckers is related to them. And they wasn't us. Even when they showed them Beja, that's what Sekou got wrong. When they showed them Beja motherfuckers, them niggas ain't you. Them niggas ain't nothing. The niggas like us. Them some Somalian type, East African type niggas.
Some Ethiopian looking
I appreciate that, Gullah. From the bottom of my heart.
I want to add something right quick though. Somebody asked a question earlier about where's the proof. There's plenty of proof about the fossils. Ibero-Mauritian DNA been sequenced. The Wadid Halef DNA has been sequenced. All the DNA has been sequenced to show what these people was and who they were.
Yeah, that was me, Ngozi. I was asking how wide of a panel said we know Egypt lasted for 3,000 years, right?
Correct.
When they say going back 30,000 years, when they say this particular haplogroup was in this particular area, right? Or this particular genetic profile, or for instance, when they say that the Egyptian, the genetic profile of the Egyptians is virtually the same as it was 5,000 years ago, right? When they make those type of statements, how large of a sample size of ancient DNA do they have?
Well, if we read the article from 2017 from Abusir, that was only for one region. And it says it in there. It says if you go south, it'll be totally different. And
No, that's
that was
fine.
only,
But I'm saying that was like what? How
hold
many
on.
mummies
It
was
It was
are
3. Let me go
hold
on
on,
and
listen.
answer for
Hold
you.
on,
It was
listen. Hold
90.
on, listen.
It was 90
Listen.
something mummies, man.
It was 90 something mummies. That's a small sample size. And they based it off a small sample of
Jesus.
DNA, which is mitochondrial DNA. It wasn't the overall nucleoside DNA that was sequenced out of the 3 that goes back to the Ptolemaic period. Let's get that out the way. And then when you look at if you look at skulls like Neslet culture skull that exists in that area 35,000
Yeah.
years ago.
Let's stay off the skulls for a second. Just strictly the DNA. What I'm saying is the question is kind of rhetorical, Ngozi, right? What I'm just gonna come straight up the middle. When these geneticists say or Egyptologists say that the current population phenotypically or genotypically is representative of from 5,000 years ago, literally don't have nearly enough tangible evidence to base
And like
that
I
statement
said, it
on.
was only 3
That's a
mummies
statement of
that they was
hold
able
on,
to
James.
use.
Hold on, James. That is a statement of fact, right?
Okay, but let me just say something to make it. It depends on the timeline, because if you're talking about a phenotype or a population of people that look like the modern Egyptians, which range in phenotype even to this day, you can just look up the people of Luxor. But if you look at the population,
No, but even genotype and goes. What I'm saying is they
slow
don't
down
have the
though.
samples.
Let's just make clear that it was only 3 mummies that they was able to use.
Do not have. All right.
No, I'm not.
Ngozi, this is the bottom line.
I'm trying to say something though, bro. I'm just trying to say something. If you base it off Abusir, which that small sample size that was used from 3,300 years ago, there is a genetic continuity amongst those people. We ain't talking about phenotype. You said genetics. I'm sticking with that. And there has been an 8% increase in sub-Saharan DNA from what they classify as the Arab slave trade or the Roman era. The 8% only 8% only hold on. No. That's from the 90 mummies from Abusir. The mighty
only 3 of them were able to use. The other ones, they said the DNA samples was
No.
not good enough to use.
I'm trying.
They only
Bro,
could use 3
hold
of them.
on. We can get the article, bro. Listen, the 90 mummies, the skulls that was sequenced in Abusir was based off mitochondrial DNA. That mtDNA that's found there is still consistent in those areas right now, bro.
Right, you muted
But the 3 mummies that was sequenced from the Ptolemaic period, when they reconstructed those, that was full genome and nucleotide DNA.
Right. The 3 they were able to fully sequence 3 out of the 90.
Right, and 2 of them was paternal marker J, and 1 was E3B, which is indigenous to Africa.
Right.
But the mitochondrial DNA is the same that was consistent with the Eurasian high mitochondrial DNA from Abusir from the 90 mummies. But that DNA is still consistent. It's a continuity with the population today. Now, that's just the genetics. Now, let's get on phenotype. I want to talk about the skulls. Because Mediterranean people don't have one look, even though they share a lot of genetic affinities with each other. You can't say overall that all Greek men look like people in all through Tunisia. It don't work like that. Even though you find similarities, they've been breeding with the same women and exchanging diet for a long time. And if I take you back to the Ibero-Maurutians that was in Morocco 15,000 years ago, they don't look shit like the population that's there now. That's what people don't want to accept. So what time period do these people start looking like this overall with population?
Well, hold on. Let's forget about the looks, right? But going back to those 90 mummies, you and me both know that isn't even a drop in the bucket insofar as to intelligently say or speak to the genetic profile of a population of people from 5,000 years ago. It's not even a drop of water in the ocean.
So
you know,
what saying?
But here's the thing, though, bro. We're looking at the mtDNA that was found, like mtDNA H, mtDNA U, mtDNA W.
I don't think you're listening to me. That is not nearly enough, a large enough sample size from enough areas.
Now, let me say what I'm saying again. From that small sample size, from the 90 mummies that was used, it still falls in line with the majority of the population there today.
They didn't even take nothing from the South. Like, why would you even interject that into the conversation? Once you find that out, you should just leave that shit alone.
Right, and
like,
that's
you think they don't got? You think they don't got?
You're not
trying to Nubian them people down there DNA genetics down there.
You're not trying to accept that the 90 mummies, even though it was a small sample size, size.
We'll accept it. Just Ngozi, as far as me, I'll take the 90. But what I'm telling you is, with the 90, that shit is a drop of water in the Atlantic Ocean.
But listen,
hold on. Let me say something.
Do you get that
Are you
part?
saying that they went to the Chinese cemetery and they got 19 Chinese people?
Bro,
is that what you're saying?
I'm not
basically, yeah. That's like saying
hold on. The article
basing
said for 20.
Chinese DNA on 90 people.
One at a time. Let
in
Ngozi
one
go.
region.
They're not trying to let me speak. But this is what I'm saying. Even though it was a small sample size, you guys deal with scientific methodology. Hold on, listen. Y'all deal with scientific methodology here, right? Everybody
And that's
do.
horrible
Everybody.
method.
Hold on. Listen to me, bro. Based
One
off
at
the
a time.
based off the populations that's there today, or the largest scale, I'm talking about the people today, it matches up with the populations that they sequenced from the 90 mummies. But the article,
I'm sorry, he's repeating himself. We've already conceded that.
He's not able to finish. Let him finish.
He's saying the same thing.
And they also said in 2017 that was only for one region. They did not denounce the differences in mtDNA that can be there.
No,
They
they
said that was
didn't.
only
At
for
first, they tried to say that was the total of the population until we busted them on the shit.
No, that's not what the actual art. That's not the narrative.
The article didn't say that. In the headline, it intimates that,
Yeah,
right?
just what it said.
The narrative, the scientists didn't say that though. It's the people that was presenting that narrative that said that. The scientists
people
didn't say
who
that
did the
shit.
study.
Okay.
We read that too.
No, they said they ain't even complete with the full.
They said it wasn't complete, bro. I don't know what y'all doing, bro.
About? You ain't even read the original article.
Yeah, we did. Niggas, don't act like we can't read. That's all you do is read too. Cut that shit out. We all just read, and we can read the same article y'all read.
All right.
No disrespect, bro. You read some secondary ass journal ass shit,
No,
bro.
but James,
read
they're
the
right.
same
In the
shit y'all
body
read.
of the article.
Hey, but listen, and unless Sheffrin gonna take over, I don't know. But everybody, y'all go ahead and say y'all closing statements. I don't know if Sheffrin gonna continue it.
No, it ain't about. It's not about
Let me say
reading.
something.
It's about not being emotional and comprehending what you read. Because everybody can't read even when they read. Let's get that out the way. That's all I want to say. And I'm not dissing nobody. You got to comprehend it.
Let me say my last thing and close. Ready? Egypt was a white land.
Egypt was a Caucasian land.
Egypt was a Caucasian.
But then we got. But you know what, though, Corey? We have to get into where did the morphology that's classified as Caucasoid develop from first. That's another story.
Yeah, see, I'm not that versed in it. I'm gonna admit where my limits is at, and I think that's my limits. I'm not as scientifically versed.
You got to be careful when you like using old shit like Caucasoid and shit. That shit outdated.
Yeah. I'm just bullshit.
You tiptoeing on pseudoism when you
yeah, and that's fine. But at one point in time, they actually use those type of terms. So,
now you see this. You see this guy Apep in the chat. He said Abasir was used because we know they weren't affected by invasions into Egypt. Fool, Abasir was a colony of outsiders. What are you talking about?
Apep is a racist, and he's only here to agitate black people. And I don't fuck with him or that. I don't fuck with him or that raggedy ass other fake ass Amazik nigga. They some pussies. So I wouldn't even respond to them bitch ass niggas, yo, because they only on here to agitate y'all. They don't know shit. They listen to Egyptology 7. None of these niggas really know what they talking about. They just mimic shit. If you don't fully understand what you're reading, it ain't shit to really talk about because people gonna keep going in circles, bro. And he's a fucking racist because his whole thing is saying that all y'all ever was slaves. That's all he's saying is the black. If you're black in Egypt, you're a result of a fucking slave. That's what the fuck he's saying.
But see this and this. But listen though, this is my point. This is my overall point. If this guy is an Egyptian, right? I'm saying
a modern Egyptian.
He's a modern Egyptian, absolutely. So listen to what the fuck I'm finna say to y'all. West and Central descendants of West and Central Africans here. Listen up closely. My descendants of West and Central Africans. Them motherfuckers don't fuck with y'all. They never have fucked with y'all, and they ain't gonna fuck with y'all.
What part about that is y'all ain't gonna fucking understand?
And Brother Corey, you are absolutely correct. And it's just not them. Even the ancient Sudanese, the Nubians wasn't us, whether they were
Yeah, that
Nilotic
wasn't
You
us
or
either.
absolutely
But
right.
can we claim the
You
Nshango bone?
absolutely right about that. And
Can
Gozy,
we
say
claim
that
the
one more
Nshango
time.
bone
Hold
and
on,
Gozy?
pause.
That ain't
And
us
Gozy gotta
either.
say that one more time.
I
Say
said
it again.
even the ancient Nubians, whether they were Nilotic or Beja type Afro-Asiatic Cushitic people, were not us. Neither one of those people were us.
They ain't never fucked with us.
So how come Europeans can use the totality of their history?
That's what they do. Let
why
them
we
do
can't
that.
do
And
that?
they don't do that. Because a German
don't do
nigga
that.
will not let you call him a French nigga. And a
Yeah,
French
they don't.
nigga will
They don't.
chop
They
your
don't. They don't do
motherfucking
that.
head off
And
if
they
you
don't do
refer to
that,
him
James.
as a
You gotta
brick.
get out of Texas, James. You gotta go in the Midwest. Them
So
niggas,
hold
them
up, you saying the
motherfuckers separated
Europeans
from
don't
Polish,
use
A
Rome?
French
Hold up,
nigga,
this is what y'all
a
telling me.
French
Hold on.
nigga will chop
Y'all saying
your fucking head
Europeans,
off.
French
If you
people
refer
don't
to him
use.
as a
So
Scot,
French
nigga.
people don't use Rome as the origins of
No.
their civilization.
No,
Yes, they
No,
do, Corey.
they
Come on now.
francophones.
Get off the fucking game.
They francophones,
British
homie.
people. Oh, let me say something. British people use Arthur as them source. Arthur was not Roman, right? British people not take them name Pendragon. That's some original name. They never go to Julius Caesar. They refer to themselves as a Pendragon, Arthur Pendragon.
Right. But they venerate Rome and Greece though.
No.
After being conquered, bro. They were
conquered by them.
Yes.
Yeah, they were conquered by Romans.
Yes. But just like everybody else do the same shit. They've been conquered. That's why they praise Jesus.
Corey.
That's why they praise Jesus in Ghana, because they've been conquered.
I respect
So
Brother Corey's
stop it.
stance.
Stop
So everybody see Egypt different. Brother Corey, I respect him. He don't fuck with Egypt, and that's cool. We want to deal with his ancestors directly. Me, I look at Egypt as classical African civilization, even though I had nothing to do with those people. I don't identify as those people, but they were Africans. And just like how the British embraced Greece as classical European civilization, but the British is not Greeks. So I see Egypt as being a classical African civilization, regardless of them being mixed or back migrations or even being Caucasoid in morphology and other phenotypes that they had. They are their own people.
It's just the one we have archaeology for.
Hey, Corey.
We're not saying. I wouldn't say that's a classical African. I would say that's a classical Mediterranean culture. Because the African civilizations, we don't have the archaeology for it. So we don't know what's classical in Africa.
Zimbabwe wall.
We can't say. Hold on.
Mediterranean is in Africa too.
Hold on.
And them
We
Afro-Asiatic
can't say what's classical in Africa
the Mediterranean
because we don't have all the
from the Red Sea, bro.
Well, Brother Corey,
we don't have all the archaeology.
Let me just say this, King. Let me just say this.
Mediterranean niggas got African
They
roots.
ain't classical to
That's why
me.
they call them Guinea.
Ain't nothing classic about ain't nothing classic about them niggas to me, because them niggas had the niggas that look like me. You guys listen, niggas that look like me, the way they depicted them niggas on the walls, they had niggas looking like me driving they chariots for them, slapping niggas upside their motherfucking heads. They had niggas like me bowing down on these niggas, praying to these niggas like they was gods, bringing these niggas
Corey, you
food
don't look
and
like
shit
no,
like
you don't
that.
look like no dinky nigga to
You
me,
don't look
bro.
like you don't look like them Nilos though, Corey. You don't look like
I'm saying
them niggas
when
don't
they
look like
depicted the niggas on the wall, they
them
depicted
niggas
them
ain't us either.
phenotypically to look like me.
Anachronistic,
So
Corey,
if
because
I was
them
up
niggas
there,
that wasn't based on what they look like.
it don't matter. It don't matter if I don't look like Ethiopian.
You Fulani, Corey. You don't look like them, man. You don't look like them damn
I
Nilos,
know,
bro.
but let's say I was in ancient times and I wandered my black ass and found myself in Egypt. Guess how they was gonna treat me?
You think they would have snatched you up because of what you
They
look
would
like?
have treated me. They would have treated
like
me
us
according to how they saw skin color. And let me tell you, niggas was racist. They saw skin color. They saw skin color, and they was very, very racist about it. And they
that wasn't based on racism, Corey.
That's Brother Corey's opinion. He got a right to have his opinion, but I
I'm
don't.
saying them niggas is full of shit.
If Wesley
and stay the fuck
Snipes,
away from them.
If
Oh,
Wesley Snipes,
no.
that my nigga
if Wesley
Chief X.
Snipes
Oh,
got butt
man, y'all
naked
really
and walked up in over in Nubia, they would think Wesley Snipes is a Nubian. Let's stop playing.
Well, we got to be careful. We got to be careful because the Nubians was killing each other and enslaving each other too. Because all of them weren't the same either. Let's just be
Yeah, they
careful.
was taking each
They
other
were
over
not
to the
same.
Egyptians.
And not to mention, if you wasn't from one class, they would have persecuted you. Like for example, the pastoralist groups looked down at the population that were hunter gatherers. So it had nothing. So you could be dark skinned. See, we looking at skin.
Yeah, it wasn't based on race.
They would have thought Wesley Snipes was one of them Kadofian niggas. He wouldn't have fit in with no dinka nigga. Nigga too short to be a dinka nigga.
They would have killed his ass, just like they do today in South Sudan. The Dinka and the Nubians into it right now. Them niggas don't fuck with each other.
These niggas would have cut his dick off.
Hey, but my man's though, Chief X, we did a whole show, right? And we did and hopefully you heard a lot of it, right?
Reggie in the building.
We got Reggie Mabry in the building.
All black.
Is
Reggie
I think
black?
That's a good. You know what, Sheffrin? That's a good debate. I want to see Reggie. I want to see Reggie step up and take on Chief X.
That'd be
pay per view.
Hey,
But
Corey,
anyway,
is Reggie black?
Yeah, Reggie's a black man. Yeah,
Peter Bad.
Yeah, but Reggie,
look Mediterranean.
Hold on, y'all.
he could pass for
right.
one. Yeah.
Reggie would have been a scribe.
Hold on, let
Go
Corey.
ahead, Chief X. We're gonna do one at a time. Go ahead, Chief X. Go ahead.
All right, come on. Yeah, this whole stream is about me. Let me get a word. Y'all, Peter Juice, y'all see me out here, sitting here. Relax. Let me clarify a few things that people had wrong. Okay. I said, when I mentioned Mauritania and stuff in the debate, I said the Soniki people are in southern Mauritania. And the Soniki people are listed as West Africa. Okay, that was my stance, and that was my rebuttal. So I'm not sure how we confuse. Okay, so the Beja people are Horners. So we got to understand that the Bejas are Horners; they're not North Africans. The Sonika people are West Africans. Anyone can look this up if you can read your ABCs. Okay. And the Tubu are Central Africans. They're partly Central and partly West African, period. So this whole show...
Is that a toothpick? What is that, bro?
Just hold on. You just don't want this truth out. The whole show, including those who said I lost or was wrong, you guys who said I lost or was wrong, still, in the whole year, in 3 hours of this show, you still ain't named one indigenous black tribe or Negroid tribe of North Africa.
So I want to get into the
So
Beja.
my whole point is, you guys just totally ignored the other 4 areas just to focus on North Africa. So let it be known. Hold on. Let it be known.
Why are you waving a toothpick at us,
Hold
bro?
on. Who cares about a fucking toothpick? Don't deflect. Now the whole time people totally ignored Europe, the Caucasus, the Near East, right? And what was the other place? The Levant. Nobody touched them areas. Everybody only spoke on people hanging on the borders, wishing they can be North African, begging and pleading to make me go more north. We want to be North Africans too. They only chose 2 groups hanging on the borders, crying, wishing that they was North Africans. You guys forgot about all the other 4 areas. I killed this whole debate. The conscious community's been body. Y'all
Okay,
can go ahead.
I want to respond to something right quick.
Somebody has to volunteer to get off so that thunder can come on. But go ahead, y'all. No, go ahead.
First of all, if you guys can go to Wiki, the Beja, it depends on who's talking because Chief X does not have the cap over territories and borders. That's his opinion because he knows in his studies that you can't say that taboo does exist in Southern Libya, and Southern Libya is still classified as North Africa. That's his opinion because he don't want to deal with that. And here's another thing: when you look up the Beja on Wiki, I want people to look this shit up. First of all, the Beja are morphologically Caucasoid, regardless of what they look like, just like Somalis. Let's get that out the way. Not to mention, when you look it up, it says it right here. The Beja are descendants of people who have inhabited the area for 4,000 BC earlier, although the mix with Arabs and the later Dutch who settled in the region. So what I'm trying to say is that those people been in Aswan and in northern Sudan for a very long time. Not to mention that paternal marker that people keep denying. Where the fuck did E1B1B come from? The shit came from the Horn of Africa. That's 60 to 70% of North Africa today. So even if they were mixed, they still have a predecessor root from something that came from somewhere south, regardless. Whether it was 19,000 years ago, 32,000 years ago, it doesn't matter. People are not paying attention to that. So that's him saying, these are central and this is that. No, bro, that's your opinion. Somebody else can come and say something totally different.
And I will.
You said that they was Caucasoids.
The Beja are classified as, they are not Negroid. They are not Congoid in morphology. No, they are not. They will be classified as Caucasoids.
Now the only reason I asked you this, because when Chief X used words like that, everybody call him pseudo.
No, here's the thing. I wouldn't say, no, a lot of those terms is outdated in forensic science.
And
but
he
you
say
cannot
that.
denounce the morphology of people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Chief X say that those terms are outdated. But I'm saying we let you constantly use those words in those anthropological old determinatives, and don't nobody jump all over you for it.
I'm sure they do. People jump on me because people don't agree with me when I say that West Africans had nothing to do with Egypt. But they still Africans.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but using words like Caucasoid helps drive your point home. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I wanted to
hold on. So, Ngozi, what does that even mean?
What's that?
A Caucasoid.
Caucasoid does not mean, it doesn't mean white. Caucasoid can be people, the Caucasians, Armenians, Georgians, Italians, Mediterranean people, other groups.
People in the Levant.
Right, but why would you use that for Africans?
Hold up.
Why would you use Caucasoid for Africans?
To do with the Caucasus Mountains. That's what.
No, it doesn't.
Why would you use Caucasoid?
That's not the origins of that.
Damn it, James.
I'm just asking.
No, listen. Why would you use Caucasoid for Africans?
Because the populations like the Somali, the Eritreans, the people of Djibouti, the Amazigh, the Berbers, the people in Egypt are all morphologically Caucasoid. They're not Negroid. They're not Congoid. They're not.
When did they come in? And you saying they've been in the region for 30,000 years?
You're gonna be in a debate. You're gonna be in a fight.
Let me just say this. They lack prognathism. They don't have a protubermandibular. The rectangular orbit around the eye socket is not the same. The alveolar shape of the nasal passage isn't the same. The hair texture isn't the same. But so Caucasoid has nothing to do with skin tone. You could be a Dravidian from India and be classified as Caucasoid because they are in morphology. You get what I'm saying?
Ethiopians, repeat that.
And Ngozi be taking y'all to school, man. Be taking y'all to school.
No, repeat that, please.
But I want you to know, Ngozi, you're gonna have a fight, a knockdown, drag out fight with Brother right? Because he vehemently disagreed with me when I said that. So I just wanted. I'm glad you put that on record, so that's recorded. Yeah.
So what I'm trying to say is the people that we come from Central and West Africa, had later derived phenotype. They were tropical adapted. They had prognathism. Their phenotype was totally different. They're classified as Congoid. So Yoruba, Igbo, Mandinka, Wolof, Edo, all those groups of Western Central Africa and Niger Congo are classified as Congoids. In morphology via Negroid. They are not Caucasoid like half of the Horn of Africa, all of North Africa, and most of the Middle East. But Caucasoid does not mean white because you have gracile Caucasoid, you have robust Caucasoids, you have distinction in even the Caucasoid morphology, just like you have distinction within the Congoid population. Now, if you look at the Fulani, they can look different based off region. The Fulani in Mauritania look more Caucasoid than the Fulani in Cameroon. Or you look at the Hausa, they're highly Eurasian, right? Or
it's the West Coast brand, baby.
But phenotypically, they're classified as Negroid. So I'm just saying, it depends on region. That's the trick with this shit, yo. It gets tricky. The Egyptians in that region hits the border of North Africa. Next, the Mediterranean is shared with multiple continents. That's the thing. And there was differences that formed the cultures there and cultural continuity and breeding with one another and exchanging foods. And it's been a continuity for over 23,000 years. So
hey, but Ngozi, I heard the Fulani, right, had a cattle culture coming out of Egypt. I heard that.
The Fulani has first of all, Fulani, we are not homogenous. Fulani have the
I
lactate.
know. I'm saying like one group had a cattle culture. This is something I read in my genetics.
No, that's true. A pastoralist group came through the Dakhla Oasis of Upper Egypt and Northern Sudan through the Sahel. But when they went through the Sahel, they mixed with those hunter-gathering populations that was already there before you even have something called Fulani. Not to mention the lactase consistent that we have. The reason why we're able to drink milk, that shit came from ancient pastoralist Caucasians or Europeans that crossed through Gibraltar 6,500 years ago. So the Fulani are not homogenous when you look into their genetics. They're not.
Absolutely. Yeah. You got like I said, you got the West Coast branch.
Brother Reggie been waiting.
Let me just put something out there real quick.
Say what's up.
Brother Reggie.
Let me just put something out there real quick. It's gonna be.
Go ahead and put something out there, Chief X. I'd rather hear you put something out there. Go ahead.
So for the record, let me be clear. Although I had that debate with Sekou, Chief X still today will debate anyone on this topic. And I also noticed how Peter Bag Juice, aka Haskell, has been insulting me the whole time in the chat, calling me all kind of names. But soon as I get on talking some real stuff, he worried about a toothpick instead of what I got to say. And then he bounces off the damn panel. But want to play tough guy. That's all I want to say.
Well, we throw bullets around here in the chat or on the panel, so we can't get offended by bullets, right? When you come over here, Chief X, believe me, you better have a bulletproof vest on because they gonna shoot at you, bro.
So I got my bulletproof
and you know
vest
now
on.
I'm in the car with you, right? I've already been a shot in the head in real life for being in the car with niggas, right? I ain't learned my lesson.
So I got my bulletproof vest on, but let's just for the record, Haskell then took a right turn and sped off like a speed demon scared. Let's put it that way.
Hold on, I want to hear what Brother Reggie got to say.
Yeah, we gotta hear Reggie. We gotta hear Reggie.
He spent his time to click
because
on the link.
Thunder.
So let's just let Brother Reggie say what he got to say.
No, Reggie was here before Thunder.
No, Thunder. I had already had a conversation with Thunder, and he got something to present. Go ahead, Thunder. Go ahead. I'm gonna hear you, Thunder.
Go ahead, Reggie. Oh boy. Concrete, you stupid boy. Hey, go ahead, Brother Reggie.
How you doing, Reggie? My good brother, Reggie. How you doing?
My good brother.
Family, I'm just waiting for my PowerPoint.
Nah, I'm fucking with you, Reggie. You know I love you, Reggie. You know it ain't nothing but love. Man, don't be acting like that. He got a haircut. He got a haircut. Now he want to act funny now because he got a haircut. That's cold blooded, Reggie.
Yo said he got a PowerPoint ready for Chief X. Already.
That's
you gotta stop,
No, he did.
I got a part of a PowerPoint.
Yo, Reggie do this shit in his sleep, yo. I ain't never seen Reggie come on a panel and not have a PowerPoint ready for you.
You know what though? I want that's a good debate though, Reggie. I ain't gonna lie. You and Chief X though, that would be a really good one, a good formal one to put together though, for real. And I would actually put that together so y'all could actually get paid and everything.
But listen, I researched too hard for so long. And it's at a point where I refuse to get on a debate and make $30, $40, $50. I can't.
No, we ain't gonna. No. You make more than that.
You can't. No, because even the cash apps that I get from the pseudo killers, except for Brendan, right? Except for Brendan, I mean, man, sometimes I got to give money back to Brendan because I'm like nobody else. I'm not talking about the pseudo killers themselves have to contribute.
I'll give you $100 just myself. No excuse.
Yeah, I know, Chief X, but I'm waiting for my PowerPoint to come up. But let me
see, now you just gonna dance
his
around.
His money ain't good enough for you. Go ahead, though, Chef. Go ahead.
Chief X, listen. Chief X got to give me more money, right? than $100, because you know what? When Chief X throw out $100, that means he can stand it to lose, right? So that ain't shit to Chief X. So I'm on to Chief X. So
I mean, but
No,
y'all be
I
debating,
ain't got
y'all
$100
be
to
debating
lose.
for
Like,
free.
Chief X
Y'all
ain't
been
got no
debating for
$100
free
to
for
lose.
years.
Chief X, listen, Chief X.
I
debate
match
for
his
free
100,
every
Reggie.
day.
Hey, Reggie, I match his 100, so now you up to 200.
You already know I got to get. You already know if Chef go, I got to go. So
Right, so
I
that's
got to. I
300.
got to outdo Chef. I can't let him do. So if Chef give you a match his 100, I'm giving you 200. So now you got you already up to 400.
In Black Egypt in the comments talking crazy. Nobody even know what he looked like. How you gonna step up?
Hold on, we try and get Reggie paid. We try and get Reggie paid to take this ass whipping. So how much?
You got 400 on the table right now, Reggie.
Because when I was first gonna come on before Chief X came on, shout out to Chief X, I was going to see, I don't really debate.
Shout out to Reggie's barber too, y'all.
So you don't want the money.
He better than Chef.
Hold on.
Yeah, so you know, most of the time I do educate for free. So
Okay.
Chief X, I listened to your debate, and I listened to what you said, and I listened to what Sekou said. I would have done Sekou's part a little bit different than you did. And then I think Ngozi was on. Is Ngozi on? I want to talk to Ngozi for a second. Ngozi, are you on? Is Ngozi on?
No, he jumped
Ngozi.
off.
He at work, so he come back and forth.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to Ngozi because my brother Ngozi, and I tried to call him a couple of times. He kind of muddied up the waters. Okay, so Chief X, to you directly. The problem is how ancient Egypt got started, the origins of ancient Egypt. And I don't think that you do that well. I don't think that you do that well. And Sekou is learning a lot
Can I
about it.
interject for 2 seconds?
You didn't do it well enough. No, I'm talking.
Just 2 seconds.
I'm just talking. 2 seconds.
Oh, Trevor, you did another show.
2 seconds. You said I don't do that well. I just want to know, did you see my video that's titled "They Came from the North"?
No, I didn't see it.
Okay, so you got to watch that before you speak on me. I made it clear.
Debate, Chief X, on the debate that you did with Sekou, you may have another video that they came from the north. But there's problems with the way in which you do chronology. When you say that they came from the north, you seem to separate out what was happening in the Holocene period.
You said you didn't see the video.
Right, but I'm saying okay, so I'll give you want to interrupt me? So tell us about They Came from the North real quick. Summarize it.
Okay, it's okay to say, you know what, I didn't see that video.
I told you in the beginning.
Hold on. It's okay. Okay, I got you. You were honest.
Said that.
You were honest. Listen to what I'm saying. So
okay,
we got a weigh-in.
Summarize.
We got an official weigh-in, Thunder.
So
I see.
what you say is,
it's an official weigh-in right here.
This is what I would say. I would say I'll check your video out and I will get back with you.
No,
but to say I don't know
I asked you to summarize it. You want me to go and view it, and you're here right now. Summarize the shit.
I was saying that before, and I summarized in the debate. I was saying before Narmer unified the two lands, before Egypt became a nation state, there were people coming in and out of the Nile River from the Delta, from the Mediterranean for thousands of years. They've been floating down, up and down that river for thousands of years. Nation state. That's how Narmer and everybody else got down. Okay, so then once they got populated, then they formed a nation state. But they came from the transcontinental country, and they've been in and out the Nile, up and down the Nile, from west to North Africa, up and down the Nile to the first cataract for thousands of years before there was a nation state. So that's just a little preview of what I mean by they came from the north.
I disagree with that, of course. And so you said it, and I certainly disagree with that they came from the north because you're not being specific.
Well, let me be more specific, because how do you think Queen T and King Tut's DNA is West Asian?
They're later Egyptians.
It says possibly. That's what it says when you pulled up that article yesterday.
Right, and
that's
it sure
exactly
didn't say
what it says.
Yeah,
Meaning they don't fucking know.
Right.
That's
So
what
they
that
know. No. That's they're trying. Wiki does not. It tries to remain unbiased.
Okay. See,
so they
here's the
put
thing,
they
if you cut
put
me off-
possibly
Yeah,
West. they
science
put
don't
possibly West
talk in
Gate.
absolute.
But they
wait.
That's
Wait,
not what
you
it is.
cut me the fuck off.
No, that's not what it
Hey,
is. Let's clear up the.
Wait,
Hold
you
on,
cut
Reggie.
me
Let's clear up
off.
the science.
I give you the 2 minutes.
No,
I
Reggie.
ask you a question.
Reggie.
And then you want to run a fucking debate.
Reggie, no, listen. When we put out scientific information, we gotta clear that up. All right? Can you agree with that?
Okay, that's exactly right. So
right,
I asked him another question.
I know, but they ran off with something else, right? So
Right.
when it says
So
possibly, they're talking about the origins of that haplogroup.
All right. So
Chief
X.
Oh my God. Go ahead, Reggie.
And Reggie, just so I think the point that Chevron trying to make is in science, they don't speak in absolutes. So they're gonna leave room.
Right. So
They
I
don't
know
speak in absolutes, even when they know.
Listen,
Even when they know.
Possibly the origin of that haplogroup.
I wanted to. I'm
is
not
possibly Western Asia.
And to be clear, it was mitochondrial DNA, not just Y DNA.
Yeah, it's possibly Western Asia.
But it wasn't possibly sub-Saharan. Put it that way.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was not.
Okay. Can I continue?
You're absolutely right.
Can I continue?
Oh, hilarious.
I'm not.
Let's go, brother Reggie.
Yeah. So, Chief X, for this information that you have, that you say.
Oh, I got an update.
That
Oh,
they
my
came
bad.
from. That they came from North Africa. What is your source on that? On pre-dynastic civilization?
That who?
Of course.
On what?
Pre-dynastic Egyptians coming from the north.
Okay, well, this is why I'm trying to talk like an adult. I said you should say, I watched your video. They come from the north.
Now.
No. Listen. You asked me for a short preview